Hello, everyone, and welcome to Prestige Encounters, the Dungeons and Dragons campaign brought to you by Prestige Gaming Community. I am Salkos, your Dungeon Master, and this is Prestige Encounters.
Is this Prestige Encounters?
This is Prestige Encounters. You're in the right place.
Oh, okay.
This is the right place.
I thought it was bingo night.
I thought it was Famous Encounters.
Bingo night
I love
is
Prestige Encounters.
Oh, another bingo person. So bingo night is down the hallway, 2 doors on the left. Thank you. Anyway,
Prestige Rendezvous.
we have a great session ready for you tonight. But before we get into that, we have a few announcements to get through. If you are part of our Discord community, you'd already be aware of some of these things happening within PGC. But just a reminder, on April 14th of 2022, our holiday one-shot for Easter will be taking place. It is a premium one-shot that our community offers, and anyone who signs up will get a bust portrait of their character. We currently have 8 spots open for $25 each on a first-come, first-served basis. So those bust portraits are made by the same artist who creates our character art for this campaign, Starving Artist. So be sure to check out her art and also sign up for the one-shot.
Awesome. So have your own character bust for your character that you play with us, or whoever of us is playing that night.
Correct.
I think it's a pretty good value proposition right there.
Yeah. If you are a supporter on our Patreon at the top tier, you do get to join the premium one-shots that we do throughout the year for free as part of your subscription. So
Hey Patreons, come join us.
Yes, absolutely. Still first come first serve basis, but there are other benefits as well, such as access to early content, such as character teasers for campaign 2, and other things. So be sure
Still waiting for my
check
character teaser.
It's so great. We are currently working on our Minecraft servers for 1.18, getting that back up. There was a delay due to a plugin that we use for land claiming and anti-griefing not being up to date with the current versions of Minecraft, and therefore causing technical issues. But we will be fixing it and getting that up for you soon. Other than that, Flint, what do you have for us?
Yo, so we are sponsored. We're in the big leagues.
Yes.
So, shout out to HelloFresh. They took a shot and they decided to sponsor us. So we need your help to, make sure they know their little bit of trust wasn't in vain. So you should go to HelloFresh. It's a bunch of meals that you could cook at home for yourself, delivered to you. Fresh ingredients, fresh food. You don't have to stop at the supermarket. You can click the link in the chat, or you can go to HelloFresh and just enter the code POGSE2047.
What does that give us? Does that give us a discount?
It gives you 16 free meals. It gives you free. Yeah, it gives you free bonus gifts, like 3 bonus gifts. It also gives you free shipping. Go check it out. It's
Oh my god. What was that code again?
POG POGSE2047. Check them out.
I'll put that in now. Thank you.
We also have music brought to you by Midnight Syndicate. Midnight Syndicate is a music production group that creates goth, horror, and fantasy RPG music that you could be using at your tables at home. Listen to the music on Spotify, watch your music videos on YouTube, or ask your Amazon Alexa device to play Midnight Syndicate right now. We also have the Victor Brothers that create Celtic and fantasy music. They have their music on Spotify and on YouTube as well. So be sure to check them out, and you go to midnightsyndicate.com for more information, or use the command !syndicate in our chat for more information for Midnight Syndicate's link, or !fantasy for the Victor Brothers, or direct link to their YouTube channel. Well, everybody, I don't have anything else to announce. However, we like to encourage everyone to grab their snacks, grab their drinks, as we welcome you to our table and we begin session 98 of Prestige Encounters.
Oh my god, we're so close.
Welcome back, everybody.
And welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much, Flint. So, where we last left off, the champions of Cataran learned that they were in the plane known as Hades, one of the plane of the three glooms, a gray and wasteful landscape with no sun or moon or stars. They commandeered a ship that was previously commanded by Baal, a demon lord, who erupted in a fiery tornado of flames, taking all of his demon soldiers with him, his devil soldiers with him. And as they sailed down this river known as the Phlegethos, the River of Fire, they found some interesting items on the ship, including silver-lined, crudely made weapons, a leather blood-soaked apron that Flint covered himself with that would encourage him to tighten it further and further around him. And other interesting things. But the river was dangerous and had these rapids causing it to go into rocks and forcing them to navigate around it. And just as they were about to go over a fall of the flames, they leaped off the side of the ship and landed on the coastline to the side. The ship tumbled down into a misty landscape where they ascended using their magical means, such as a carpet broom and a dagger that allows them to levitate. And continued to descend into a very heavily covered, foggy landscape where the ground was rocky and hard to maintain footing. They decided to set up camp being very hurt, where a ghost confronted both Elith and Sam, possessing Sam, causing him to attack his own friends. And then at this point, these spindly black demons with his leathery skin descended on the party and began to attack them as well. The party managed to defeat them and learned that they were on the coast of a purplish black liquid river where Flint touched. It took a lot of damage for doing so just by dipping his toe into it. And here they found a boat with a hooded skeleton with these blue glowing eyes reaching its hand out towards them, palm up, as it began to ask for payment. Champions, what would you like to do?
Oh, how's it asking for payment?
I would like to. I don't think we got there yet.
Yeah.
Where we left off, it was reaching its hand out for you.
Okay.
But also, I would like to add a point of clarification where I did not dip a toe. I dipped my left pinky.
Left pinky.
Yeah, in the water.
I think that's even more damage.
Another 30d20 damage. Done.
Sure, throw it at me. just a point of clarification. I wasn't sticking my feet anywhere near that water. It was just my pinky.
Oh, you also learned where Ember was. He is located within the plane known as Gehenna, which is on the way to the Nine Hells, if you were to follow the river Styx.
The wish was specifically where he is and how to get him.
By the way, did you roll for the casting of Wish?
I don't know what you mean.
Every time you cast Wish, don't you have to roll to see if you can keep casting Wish?
Oh, that's only if you go beyond the bounds of the spell. As long as you stick within something that the spell can normally do, that it's listed there, then you don't need to roll.
Yeah,
Also, you don't have to do that for magic items.
Okay.
Magic items just let you do that.
I will defer to you though, so however that works. So
No, they're right.
cool. All right. Yeah. So I would. Okay. So the ferryman's boating towards us, hand outstretched. Jack's just gonna lean to the rest of the companions. I think it wants something.
Do you think it wants gold?
What type of
Payment usually.
Yeah, but timber.
what type of payments do you take?
Timber and 15 gold.
Okay. Yeah, we're pulling out to him.
What?
We're pulling
Hold
out to him.
on. Yeah.
What type of payments do you take?
They're calling out, and I have a question. Is the hand skeletal as in it is a skeleton?
It's like the skin or whatever is covering its the surface of its body has been like shrink wrapped and like to it. It's very tight along the bones, giving it a skeletal appearance.
So it's kind of
so malnourished. Do you want a timber? You need to put some meat on those bones. I've got some ham here.
I don't know if this is an eating being.
Maybe, but maybe he just hasn't had a thing to eat in a while. We also have gold if we need to pay in gold to go, but you look like you need some food.
Do you wish to cross?
We seek passage to Gehenna. It is our understanding that it's down that way. Will you give us passage?
Passengers must enter a contract.
What kind of contract?
Payment.
So, at a fair, we could pay you. We have gold.
At this point, he's going to push back into his robe and pull out a rolled piece of a scroll. And he's going to unbind it. And as he does so, these runes kind of spring to life, kind of almost if being burned into it. This leathery parchment, and he presents it to you with these very harshly carved characters.
Do we recognize the characters? Can we read this?
Can I take a look at this legal document real quick?
It is an abyssal, so if you can read and speak abyssal, you would be able to read this.
I can read anything, big dog. Let's take a look.
Go ahead and make an intelligence check there, Elif.
You got it.
Can you read a language? Elf is like, can you not?
Language is all the same. It all. I got a 23, natural 20. Let's go.
Nice.
Nice.
The document is pretty cut and dry. You are designating this creature known as Dolgren to be the captain of this ship and captain of all of you, in exchange for payment of 1,000 gold per person.
Okay.
The payment is to be paid up front for passageway to Gehenna through the river Styx.
7,000 gold. Do we have that?
Yeah.
That's chump change.
Yeah, that's we. 1,000 in terms of like him being the captain and like in control. I wonder what that means. Is that gonna have an effect on us? Do you think, you guys? Like, is he gonna like throw us to the wolves? You know what I mean?
No, what does it say in the fine print?
Usually with a contract, it has to be pretty specific, right?
It's just a bunch of mumbo jumbo.
Want to ask him, are you a good captain?
The contract does read that the ship will never sink and that it will continue to stay on course.
Let's go.
Oh,
Once we enter,
As long as the captain is kept alive.
will we have a means of escape?
You may leave the ship. And when it speaks, it's inside all of your heads simultaneously. At any point you choose. I am not responsible for you staying alive. Only to get the ship to its destination. Your defense is in your own. But I, as long as I am your captain, will not take action to harm you.
What lies ahead? What's down the river?
The mists of Niflheim and the battles between the undead, fiends, and devils.
And can you take us straight to Gehenna? Could you take us to the tower?
We will stay.
Does the river run there?
on course until you reach the realm of Gehenna.
If we were to come back to this river, would we be able to purchase passage back to another place, like the river Styx?
I only sail with the current.
Well, I'm sold.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I don't know
think
about the
so.
rest of y'all. We don't got a lot of choice, so
No, this seems like the way forward.
gold,
Okay.
make it rain. Tomato, tomato.
Sam will tentatively step into the boat.
Okay.
Are you paying the 1,000 gold?
Yes.
Yes.
We are paying that from party funds, are we not?
From party funds, yes.
Yes. we
Okay.
are.
Okay.
700 platinum. We take it in platinum.
Mm, I'm gonna do it in gold, just because
Okay.
it's easier on my brain. A little
Yeah.
bit.
It would just be 700 platinum. That's multiple.
Easier on the weight
Talking
carrying
about.
capacity.
It will get rid of a lot of weight if we get rid of 7,000 gold versus 700 platinum.
Be warned,
Okay.
once we set sail, you will not return to this place.
That's
I don't
fine.
think we want to do anything here unless there's other evil people that have been turned into slugs that Jack wants to stop.
Just the one.
Okay, yeah, no, then we're fine.
I'd be glad to see the last of him, to be honest. We'll step onto the boat.
I do have a quick question about this boat. What does it look like again? Is it just like a rowboat, or does it got like a sail on it? You know what I mean?
So it is a. So think of for real world comparison. Am I thinking of Venice?
Gondolas?
Yeah,
the-
gondola.
Yeah. So these long boats where he has like this rod that he's using to both control the boat's direction and to push it along the surface of this river.
Yeah, so a very big gondola.
Okay, that's kind of cute. I can appreciate that.
I will hop on the boat.
So Elf has paid the 7,000 gold.
Yes.
I'll hop on the boat too.
I want to be somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
And I want to start pulling stuff out of, the supplies I have left as we set off down the river.
I would like to take a scenic seat at the more front of the boat.
Okay.
Sit in the back to keep an eye on our back. Keep an eye out.
All right. So is there anybody who has not boarded? We're gonna say everybody has boarded. You good with that?
Mhm.
All right. So you all get on
Yeah,
boat.
everybody's on.
Ellis pays the fee, and as you count out the coins and you put them into his hand and like the satchel, it just disappears in this burst of this blue-green flame. For those of you who have like chemistry class, when you ignite copper under a Bunsen burner, like that color, very rich. And soon enough, the boat is pushed off the shore, and you find yourselves almost. You're floating along this river, but it feels like you're gliding almost across ice with no friction or grinding. It doesn't shake. It doesn't move with the rocking of the waves of this river. And as you listen closely to the area around you, this very dense mist kind of hangs in the air. You hear like these soft whispers and cries of sorrow and anguish and misery as you drift down the current of the river Styx.
Could I get a bonus for listening to that, or is it optional?
What do
I
you
kind of
mean?
want to listen in. I kind of want to.
You
I,
wanna listen?
I don't know. Yeah, I want to like focus in on that.
Yeah, make
I
an
wanna hear what they're
investigation
talking
check.
about. Let's go. What are y'all chatting about? Let's see. 10.
it's like trying to stand in a room where there's like 100 people all having their own conversations with themselves. It's really hard to pinpoint what one person is saying. Because when Flynn puts his pinky into the waters, he heard the cries of millions of souls.
Right.
What was that, Jack?
Oh, I was gonna say, wouldn't mind listening out for the dead as well. Curious.
I'm shying away from the edges of the boat because I don't want any dead souls anywhere near me.
Yeah, Shadow's sitting in the middle with his sunblade ignited.
Gonna roll perception there, Jack.
Sure. Oh. 15.
15. As you sail down the River Styx, there are moments where the mist does get a little bit clear, and you see the faint glowing forms of spirits kind of gathering along the shores of the river, just standing there watching you as you all go by. They don't go into the water, though. They never step across the bounds of its shore. And like it's just like as for the whispers, it's just a mumbled mess of cries and anguish. There's nothing specific that you can pinpoint in the words that they're saying.
Got it. Yeah.
I would like to take the ferryman, the timber that I've been working on since we got on the boat.
As you step closer to him, you notice that the robe is very tattered and worn. His lips kind of like shrunk back to the gums, just showing these like blackened, rotten teeth, along with his almost as if his eyelids have been cut off as well, showing these like kind of bulging yellowish green eyes, with this like faint blue light around its pupils. It's disturbing. Kind of like it look without moving its head, its eyes just drift down to look at you.
You look like you could use this. And I hold up a timber.
Food is not part of our contract.
Do you not want it? It doesn't have to be a part of a contract. It's just a present, a gift. Here.
He just looks at you, then his eyes drift back up to the front of the ship as he continues to watch where he's going. He doesn't take the timber.
Does anybody want a timber?
I could take a timber.
I'll gladly take a timber.
Okay, who was the first to say they wanted a timber?
Obviously me.
All right, I'll give that one to Shada, and I'll sit down and start making a few others to hand out.
Thank you, Flynn.
Thank you, Flint.
Actually, no. Scratch that. I am gonna start carving into we're gonna take it one finger at a time. We're gonna start with this pointer finger, with that finger of death. We're gonna start carving into that an infernal. Elith is gonna do that at least.
That's real gross.
Gotta find something to do. And sorry, it's already mutilated. Make it classy. Spice it up a little bit.
By the way, you did get a long rest before you boarded the boat. So if you had to like prepare any spells or anything like that, you didn't do that. Now's the time.
Yeah.
You know, somebody who might have, web fingers that needs to fix it.
Mm-hmm. And or a missing arm.
Anyway.
I'll pass out the timbers as I make them and just give them to everybody. Guys, just so you know, supplies are running low. We may need to stop somewhere to get food.
I don't think we're gonna find
Around
much.
here.
We'll have to ration. I've got a few rations. Just we won't be able to have too much tasty stuff the way you do it. We'll have to do it magically. And I'll wave my fingers.
We're gonna have
cast
to-
prestidigitation on them.
Deal with the hardtack we have in our bags.
For that, just so you know, Flint pulls up the apron a little bit to show a little bit classy side dick, but also just the belt of spices that he's got. I can make everything taste good. So
Oh, okay.
You're
What do you
really
mean by
not
that?
wearing anything under there.
I lost it all.
Okay.
The fire
That's
took
right.
it. But it's fine. This is magical, and I can make everything taste good. So if we resort to eating that gross fucking jerky, I can make it at least taste good.
Yeah, you grow up thinking about where do
Mhm.
people go when they die. Just looking over the edge of the boat. Do you imagine coming here like this?
I don't want to become soup when I die, okay? I don't want to think about it.
I'll look up at the boatman and ask, where do they go?
They are washed among the currents for eternity.
Do all the dead come through here? Do they not pass on some way?
He shakes his head no. Slight crack in his neck as he sways his head from left to right.
So they come here and fill up this river.
Only the souls of the damned, the unclaimed.
I see. What a pitiable state. I can only imagine what would happen if someone were to come along and claim them. There's so many. I'll just sort of quietly watch the scenery go by.
Yeah, it's just a lot of it's just fog, and as he described it, it's like you're in the fogs in Niflheim. Eventually, at some point, the flow and the current begins to pick up, but not at an alarming rate.
Mm-hmm.
Who is keeping an eye out?
I'll take
I'm
it.
watching the back.
I'll watch the front.
All right.
Um,
Perception
my
checks from both of you. Straight rolls, please.
Zux, Joanne, and Alec up front. Keep an eye out.
Oh.
You said straight rolls as in like no bonuses?
Perception, no advantage or disadvantage. Straight rolls.
Okay.
5.
I got a 24.
20. So a 5 and a 24. Okay. Yeah, up ahead you don't see much. You're kind of getting distracted in the sounds of the dead, and it's kind of like pulling your gaze down, hoping that you catch something.
I wonder if Sarah could have made like a remix, you know, of these sounds. But can I examine that? What's in that water or whatever that you're talking about that I see?
Roll investigation check.
This is making me a little nervous. 12.
12. So as you kind of look down into the waters, just for a moment, you feel like you see the visage of some soul kind of like come up to the surface and sink back down. Very briefly.
Interesting. I'm gonna turn around and just ask the whole team, like, are y'all seeing anything in the below us? You know, any movement? I'm pretty
Souls?
sure I just saw movement. Maybe a soul, but like,
Like something in there? Living?
yeah,
Or monstrous?
it didn't feel like just some suffering soul, you know. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. It just looked
Ferryman,
different.
ferryman, are we to expect any trouble?
As much as can be expected along the waters of the Styx.
That's not a no.
Ferryman, I have a question. Are these souls considered yours?
There are many of my kind.
But they're under your possession? Or do they just, like, reside here?
They are under the possession of the Styx. I am
Unclaimed.
simply a guide for its waters.
Okay. Respect. See, now I'm wondering, and I'm not gonna tell them this, I'll just tell you, but I don't think it'll work, because I have to use a reaction when someone dies, but I would love to use Soul Cage right now, and just start asking questions, but it's unlucky.
You wouldn't, you would know as out that would not work, because it's not a freshly dead soul, this is something else.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, I'm like, that's unlucky, but it's still interesting.
With my 24 perception I rolled, did I see anything coming from behind us at all?
No. You just catch the occasional faint glow of a lost wandering soul or some other creature moving in the shadows that doesn't seem to pay you much attention.
I'd say we should probably draw together and not spread out too far. If there's anything hunting anyone along these waters, then I imagine they'd be looking for stragglers.
The river does stand to be about 100 feet wide at any given point on average. So 100, 130 feet wide, something like that. And as you continue to move down, eventually you see a flash of red several hundred feet in the distance ahead of you on the side of the river. And then another sound of metal against metal. Shouts, growls,
This battle,
grotesque sounds.
battle you speak of.
Is this the Blood War?
Gehenna?
Gehenna is still several days away. Anything you would like
Wait,
to do?
If we're gonna be here for several days, that means we'd eventually get to make a long rest while we're inside this boat, right?
Yeah, you long rested after your last battle. Like you're rested completely between your last battle and now.
Okay. Elith,
Several days.
since our, last rest we took after that fight, I've had some really potent healing magic prepared, but and this would repair our bodies, you and I, since we both got pretty badly torn up by that fire water stuff. But due to the strength of the magic, it takes a lot out of me to use, and might be better to use when we're really in need of good healing.
Yeah. We should probably save it.
Or at least save it until we're about to go rest.
That's what I was thinking, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it's nothing on me is gonna change. You know. I
Right.
can wait it out. But
You sure? It looks painful. I don't doubt it, though.
I mean, you get to a certain point, when the nerves kind of melt. So
Should I poke it? The gross bit?
go for it.
It's very painful.
Yeah.
Oh, shit! I'm sorry.
You're not burnt. Those were live.
Okay.
Yeah. I do feel a little bit like this was maybe what was supposed to happen, but I just don't get that yet. Just
You don't get why?
understand why.
If it was supposed to happen.
Yes. This is the path that I needed to take.
Why?
Great question. I don't know.
Why would you need to take a path that included you being disfigured?
Symbolism.
Who would do that? Not who would be disfigured for their god, because we know that's you, but what god would want you to be disfigured for them?
I think that there's at least 5. Though you could probably find at least 10 if you really looked. I think there's a good number.
Fair point.
Can Sam recall any of them off the top of his head?
Any of what off the top of your head?
Any
Gods that would actually want you to be disfigured for them.
Make a religion check.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have a clue.
What'd you get?
A 1.
A natural 1.
One. And Sam looks over at her and he says, "You know, sometimes the universe just shafts you."
I don't believe in the universe. I believe in deities. That's it.
You don't believe in the place that you live?
Take a flat earther to a whole new level. Oh my goodness. Ah,
Okay.
Fifth Amendment coming in clutch. Choosing silence.
Okay.
This moment is broken by this maddening roar that you hear just suddenly reverberate along the sides of this river. As the shouts
boy.
begin to intensify, and as you look over the horizon of this river, you start to see the flashes of magic, the sounds of screaming. You watch as this winged beast with horns swoops down and takes its massive spear and sticks it right into the chest of this grotesque looking demon of some sort, as this ichor spews out, spraying across the face. And just as that happens, another one with these long horns and 4 arms charges and just grabs this devil and tears it apart. It is a horrific scene.
We're just watching?
So we were talking earlier about how this boat is like a gondola, right? So gondolas are normally like banana shaped, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is this boat also banana shaped where it's got like at the okay. I want to go stand on top of the banana stem in the front.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make a
and
dexterity check.
Okay.
You can do
Fall in.
acrobatics if that's better. It's just going to require some kind of balance.
Yeah. Can I do something where I'm holding on to it?
Yeah.
Instead of being on the tippy top?
Sure. So that won't require a check then.
Okay.
Just gotta say, if you fall in, you're dead.
Oh yeah, probably. But I want to be in a position where I can see what we're coming into
Make a
before
perception
anybody
check.
else. Okay.
Hey, Illith, is it possible to hook that spell that you protected us with last night onto the boat so that it travels with us downstream?
That was
Just make it-
Hughes-Eskew who did the.
Oh, that was Husescu? Oh, sorry,
Anti-magic?
Husescu.
You're good.
The hut spell to protect us on board from anything that might try to attack us while we're traveling.
It's a
I think
very
the
good
might.
idea, man.
I think the hut might stay as we float down the river. I got a 17 for my perception.
17. So at the current position where you are, you kind of see this field spread out before you. It's kind of hard to make out forms in the mist at points, But what you do see are there's these like silhouettes battling each other as these hundreds of devils and demons are just attacking each other in this chaotic sense. And as this kind of like the party's delivering like what to do, you watch as this massive form on these two reptilian legs kind of stands up with this long tail. As the body comes up into a torso, it begins to grow hairy and simian like. And as you get to the shoulders, you make out the form of two simian heads, both snarling with these long fangs, kind of like drawing down as it takes these tentacled like arms and just sweeps it across the battlefield, taking out demons and devils alike with no care as to what's going on quite around it.
Oh, wouldn't want to contend with that.
Let's not fight that.
The devils could see through illusions, right? So we can't just, drop an invisibility down.
Can I
will
see
note
if I...
that you are like 200 yards away from this battle, but it's so loud to the point where you can hear it and see it.
Can I see if I know what that thing is?
Make a religion check.
Okay, because I know what that thing is, but I want to know if I can tell everybody else what that thing is. Religion. 13.
13. Not quite familiar with what this creature is, but it is terrifying to look at.
Guys, there's a big fucking twin-headed ape lizard thing.
What?
Yeah, I can see it too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Salco.
it's hard to miss.
Yes, Shada.
So we were basically, it's implied that we have to protect the ferryman while we're being, guided by him.
I don't think it is.
All right.
Well, the ship will stay afloat and on direction as long as he is alive and he is your captain.
We need to
that's what it said on
defend
the contract.
ourselves.
So I'm just going to cast protection from evil and good on the ferryman.
Okay.
So I also have another question.
Mhm.
Are we like in a dangerous area?
Make an intelligence check. Actually, I'm gonna make that wisdom because it is not some like kind of more street smarts go into it.
All right. Solid 15.
Could be.
Could be. Okay, I'll take that as more likely than not.
You all watch as this massive form is like roaring as it does, so it kind of does a semicircle across the battlefield as some of these devils are recoiled back and begin to retreat slightly, not expecting this foe to be on this field. And as it gets to the right, it looks at the river Styx and sees your faint dotted form going down it as it rolled a natural 20 on its perception check.
Oh.
You watch as it just wraps its tentacles around this massive rock, breaking it off, and it's going to hurl it at all of you.
Okay, Beast Titan.
Please have a spell. Please have a spell. Please.
I have a question.
Can I shoot the
What is
Shoot
it?
the rock.
Does it count with the protection of evil and good, like disadvantage on attack rolls against us, or against the ferryman specifically?
Let's see here.
What if he had targeted the boat?
Maybe. Okay, hear me out. Maybe if we.
Yeah.
No
bring-
one willing creature, not object.
It'll lose surface area and therefore slow down quicker.
I will
There's
say
something
that
like
it
that.
will impose disadvantage as it's kind of thrown at the boat, and the
Okay.
boat is the layer of the ferryman stat wise. So that is with a less than 10 roll on d20. That is going to be a 28 to hit. You all watch as this boulder just comes hurling at the boat, and it is going to do.
Dodge out of the way.
Wait, it's attacking the.
The boat has to remain floating, right? So it's this ferryman's power against the power of the rock.
It's gonna do 24 points of damage divided between everybody. So that is gonna be 8. So you all are going to take 3 points of bludgeoning damage. As the ship gets this massive like chunk torn out the side of it, as the center right of the ship now has a about 5 foot in diameter chunk taken out of the side and part of the floor, but no water comes in. But there's now one less space, and as it kind of hits the waters, this massive wave kind of propels you all forward, and as it continues to go, the form of this beast grows fainter and fainter in the distance. That roars at you, continuing to fight the foes on the battlefield.
Oof. Is it possible to repair the boat?
Great question. That's what I was wondering.
Did anybody prepare the spell Mending by chance?
I have mending, but I don't have fabricate, and so it's a question of
And
is this a
mending would not fix a
Yeah.
10, like a 5 foot radius chunk of a boat. It's just missing.
If we had all of the chunks, and we could try to repair the chunks individually, but I don't think we could like try and stick them onto the boat. Like the
Sounds like a
actual
project.
diameter of the hole is too big. Mm.
That makes me wonder. So it's more crowded now, right? How crowded would you say this boat is?
There's roughly 8 seats available on this. There are now 7.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
It's getting a little cozy.
Okay, squish in.
If we lose another seat though, or something happens to the boat, I'll probably just hop on my broom. And
We also have the flying carpet. We can have the boat tug the flying carpet along with a couple of passengers.
I'm still at the front, so I'm not taking a seat. I'm holding on to the banana stem.
Mhm.
I don't know what the technical term for that is, but
Yeah. Look up at the ferryman. You have a hole in your boat.
It's only a scratch.
It's a shame, though. Good craftsmanship.
She'll do right by you.
Do you fix it yourself, or do you make port somewhere?
The boat will have a contract to have it repaired, as that is what my people do.
Wow.
would you be inclined to share more about your people? I'm very curious. Like, how'd you get this job? This is good.
Nothing in my world comes for free.
Same. Material plane, material girl, you know what I mean?
Sounds like the Feywild, to be honest.
Sure does.
Did you trade something to be able to be,
Like this.
yeah?
Make a persuasion check. Somebody with advantage.
I
Oh,
think that's for sure gonna be Jack.
I'll do it.
Assuming you're gonna have the landslide
Twen-
modifier. Yeah.
How's a 29 run now?
29. 10 gold, and I'll give you a bit of my history.
I'll pay it.
Yeah.
This guy's robbing us right now.
Nothing comes for free.
10 gold. Quite reasonable.
Quite.
And we'll sit attentively.
Yeah, Shada gives him the 10 gold.
My kind were created by the rituals of hags of the night, commissioned by the ruler of the 9 hells. He'll hold his hand out once more.
Oh,
I see.
um,
I'll pay 10 gold if that's what he's asking to like continue the story because I'm kind of digging the story a little bit.
I
What would
think
we
that's
ask
what
him?
he's asking.
Okay, yeah. Let me go ahead and just give him 10. Man's is struggling. I get it.
All of my kind are mercenaries by contract, each bred and created to have its own specialty. We are known as Yugolos.
Excuse me, what? Sorry.
Yugoloth.
The ferrymen of the River Styx are indeed Yugolos.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, he goes on to explain that his type, his subspecies of a Yugoloth is called a Marinoloth.
I'll offer 10 gold coins and ask, do you have a leadership structure?
There
Or are you all
those
independent?
who are superior in their skills, fortunate enough to be created for such means. They are known as the Ultraloths, lords of our kind, superior in their command, once serving the Nine Hells in their blood war. Now we serve ourselves.
And soon the dragons, of course. Whenever it is they make time to come here and take over this realm as well.
Perhaps there's already some of my kind contracted with them. I do not know.
Well, you better hop on that. I don't mean to give you this isn't legal advice, nothing like that. But you know, we came from the plane of water just a little bit ago, and this is something that we told them. We said, "Hey, we've got some dragons going on. They're gonna mess up your whole plane of existence. This whole little city you got going on, everything." And you know what they said? And so then, bada bing, bada boom. Next thing we know, their city's getting wiped. They're getting spawn killed. Okay, in their houses, in their homes. Bada bing, bada boom. Don't let that happen to you.
I have a feeling that the dragons aren't going to want this job for themselves, and they will be content to let these people continue doing what they do.
Well,
Could be argued.
Kizuski, question for you.
Yes, Jack.
Where do gods get their power? What do they do? Is it the souls?
Well, it's typically a combination of. Well, actually, it varies. Simplest answer would be probably the domain they reside in. So long as they're in a place where they have power, they continue to have it. As soon as they leave it, they have no power.
And laying claim to souls gives them that power, right?
Sometimes.
Something like that.
Sometimes it's a measure of the faith of their followers, just accumulating to form their overall power.
I
Or
wonder,
followers who have the.
young priest, if I picked your brain apart and replaced the memories of your god with another, would your power still work?
Who knows? Might be a little bit different.
Yeah. It's an interesting.
What about me? If you pick my brain apart, do my powers still work?
We could
Yes.
try. And he's gonna pull a scroll out from his robe and
The key needs his brain.
Ooh.
I'm curious.
Is it still in abyssal or is it in like normal?
it's a mixture of infernal and abyssal.
Oh,
If this one is still rolled up,
Yeah, let's not pick his brain apart.
it bursts into blue flame and he retracts his hand. Very well.
That does sound interesting, though.
No, it doesn't. Yeah.
Just as a player, that sounds super fucking interesting, but it's not the right moment. I might come back to you in retirement to see what you can do with my brain.
Now is not the time. We have a world to save.
Yeah, we got dragons to kill and shit.
That's a really interesting
Uh.
question he asked, though, because I think if that happened to me, I don't think I would be able to do what I do. You know what I mean?
You do something else.
Yeah. And because I'd have different requirements set for me, you know? Unless, well, that depends, because it really depends on what kind of god that we're talking about. You know? Do they have the same moral alignment, same goals? Some important questions.
Hard to get any sense of what the goals are from these things, as far as I could tell.
Money. At least this one. Swindler.
This one, yeah.
Fair.
Gosh, we spent a lot of money, you guys. I don't know if you know this.
Ferryman, question for you. What do you do with all that money?
Money translates to power. This is why you mortals kill each other for it so often, is it not?
So you
Yep.
you collect it because we value it?
Are you like a dragon? Do you have a hoard somewhere?
No.
Do you purchase things? And if so, what?
It's obviously not food.
Boat supplies?
Creepy robes?
Pay for boat repairs.
A lantern?
Nice oars?
Passage into the afterlife?
Facial reconstruction?
Huh.
I'm curious, what would be a large amount of money to you, Ferryman? What's the most money you've ever seen?
How much money do you have right now? What's your net worth?
True.
Isn't that interesting?
Armies of my kind are never within the ability of any warlord to pay to maintain.
How much money do you guys think he has?
Oh
I don't-
gosh.
Hmm.
Depends on how long he's been active. Probably a lot.
At this point, the ship kind of veers to the side of the shore and goes up against it. And here you see a creature. It is an appearance a human man, except its eyes are all black. It has very pale skin. It's wearing a finely tailored suit. In its pocket is a silver pocket watch. And it kind of reaches with his gloved hand and looks at it. Closes it. Ferryman, I wish to see contract your passage down the river Styx.
Do I recognize this guy?
You wouldn't recognize him. You've not if you've ever seen him before.
Cool.
How's the ferryman reacting?
He reaches out his hand and he takes payment. The man boards his ship with you.
I'm out of character, y'all. I am planning on this man's demise. Moment.
Yeah.
So there was like 7 seats, right?
Yeah.
All right, I go hop in the last seat right before this guy boards. I want to see what he does. Where does he sit? Does he sit?
Oh, he's going to stand.
Oh, fellow traveler.
He kind of nods in your direction.
Okay.
Where are you headed?
Oh, you know, a little vacation.
I can see you need to take your mind off things.
Well, a mind, I would guess.
Chado's gonna use detect evil and good.
Okay. He definitely gives off the vibes of evil. He is, and does it tell you what they are?
I'm pretty sure. Let me just double check.
Is it
'Cause
like
it
a
does
beacon for
say-
certain features?
Let me check it real quick.
Did we see him? Did we see what he
Or
paid him?
I said detect evil and good. It's divine sense. That's what I meant. Yeah. Tells me if he's a celestial, fiend, or undead.
He is a fiend. Gives off this,
Great.
like the smell of like sulfur and brimstone just fills your nose.
Are you a crossroad demon?
I am simply a passenger aboard this wonderful ferry.
Right, but can I make a deal with you to grant a wish?
Whoa. Are you sure about that, Flint?
I'm just asking.
Sound a little like me right now, Flint.
I'm just asking.
He kind of
that-
smiles, so, like, and his incisors are particularly more canine than you would expect.
Hmm.
Tell me, no. What is your name?
Flint. Have you ever had a timber?
Why, I have not.
Oh, hold on. Check this out. And I will grab whatever half timber, like if anybody hasn't finished their timber, I'll grab it and be like, hey, I made this. You see this? Here, try. And I'll give him a half a sandwich. Take a bite. It's pretty good.
He's going
I
to,
promise it's not poisoned or anything.
keeping his eyes locked in yours, he's going to put the sandwich to his mouth and take a bite of yours. Well, I believe this might be one of the most delicious things I've ever had in my time of existing.
I invented that.
Wow.
Clap it up for Flint. Let's go.
I'm just curious about you because you're a very non-assuming man, but you're also here on this like river between really evil planes. We just saw some giant two-headed monkey lizard thing with tentacle arms like destroy a bunch of devils and demons, and things are just weird, and you're just here like, oh, yo, what's up? You're very calm about this whole thing, so I'm curious. What are you?
I am
Yeah, what do we call you?
nothing else. You.
What do we call you?
Oh, we are not. I have no intention of being a stranger. You may call me Mongarok.
Mongarok.
Mongarok?
Mongraroch. Mongarok. Tell me, Flint, your cooking skills are quite impressive. Have you ever thought about what could bring them to next level?
Well, I've got this, and I will pull up the apron again and show him the belt of spices.
Have you thought about improving on your ability using some sort of divine sense, we'll call it, to improve on your skills of the culinary arts?
I feel like if I can invent things that people seem to like, you even seem to like, then I'm doing okay, and I don't need a god or a goddess to step in and say, hey, this is a thing you can make, because I already kind of have figured those things out, you know? It's just me, my hands, the fire, the meat, the bread, the cheese, you know? It's all about the process. There's no god involved. It's just about the food, you know?
Oh, I'm not speaking of getting a god involved, but giving you the power to impress even the gods with your ability to create food for others.
I've met some gods before, and honestly, I don't really care.
Very well. So, 7 of those who are very alive, dwelling in the realm of Hades. I'm quite curious what brings you all here.
Simply
Sightseeing.
passing through.
A vacation.
Yes.
A very
There's
stressful
dragons.
vacation.
There's dragons, and we got sent here.
If you'd like to make a deal, we could. You could tell us where you're going, and we'll tell us where we're going.
Is that so?
No more strings than that, really.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I have a question. I have a question for you.
As a player, as a DM,
As a character for this demon,
okay.
you don't have a soul, do you?
Bro.
Terrifying question.
I
Always
do
a
not
terrifying-
know if many bankers have souls, to be honest with you.
Banker.
Ferryman, I need to check that contract really quick. Do you have that on hand? Can I take a look?
Yeah, I mean, the contract is at ready at your disposal if you would like to look at it.
I need to read this, and I'm just gonna scan it to see anything about like crewmate versus crewmate behavior.
Safeguarding the protection of other passengers.
Right. Yeah. Is that in there at all, or is it just for the ferryman?
There's nothing in there regarding the safety of passengers.
This guy's gonna go up. Okay. That's good enough. for me.
Okay,
Getting
this
it.
is going to terrifying places.
Please no.
Mhm.
I just look. Keep doing your thing, y'all. I'll
Yeah.
need be.
Well, Morongraruk, where are you headed?
Oh, you know, here and there, beyond the realm of Gehenna.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know about Gehenna?
I do. I'm quite knowledgeable of these realms.
Dang.
What? Okay, we're going to Gehenna. And we have a friend who is lost there.
In a tower.
Oh, I know where that could be.
What would it
Yeah.
cost us for your information about Gehenna?
Well, everything does have its value in gold. How he's going to pull out of his pocket this tool with many rows of these beads as he kind of begins to push them to one side, calculating various things.
Hmm.
How much detail are we asking for?
As much as you can give.
I think there should definitely be a focus though on the path towards the tower and how to maybe free somebody who might be locked up there.
What kind of tower?
Also that.
We want to know what kind of tower it is, who owns it, and what would be involved in approaching it, getting someone out, and where it is. Those are all
Very
things
well.
we'd like to know.
25,000 gold.
I got it.
Okay.
This is insane. These prices are worse than that the blacksmith that we went to. And
Hey, hey, Elith, do you remember when you used a wish to ask for Ember's location? You could have used that wish to ask for 1,000,000 gold.
25,000. But
25
yes, he could have technically done 1,000,000 just now.
well, why not
prices.
like 1,000,000 platinum if I'm gonna like do money, you know?
Sure, but are you saying that that gold isn't worth 25,000 plat or gold?
I mean, no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that these people have really skewed ideas of financials, and I just don't know what they're spending this on. They have inflation crazy right now down here.
I also don't know what they're spending these things on, but I do know that if this is what we're doing, we're going to get Ember, then we shouldn't all get the information that we can get for
We can,
less than the wish for his information or for his whereabouts.
if you want, we can tip him, but all I'm saying that they're swindlers. Crazy.
I agree, they're very greedy. That's a
Oh,
lot
I
of
am
money for some.
I am nothing like his kind of emotions back to the ferryman. I stay true to my word.
Mm.
Whoa, speak on that.
What would
Insight.
you say to an exchange
insight
of
check that.
information?
Yeah.
Roll insight.
Insight.
I insight checked that. Boom, 24.
Oh, let's go.
I mean, it appears that he's telling the truth, that you get what you pay for.
All right.
Mm.
What do you
I mean,
mean about his kind? Because we paid him for this journey, and I don't want our contract to be broken because he has unscrupulous morals.
Maybe.
Oh,
he's
he would
talking about
never
the
go
info
against his
part.
contract.
I'm gonna go ahead and reach into my bag of holding and pull out 190 pounds of sunken treasure from the plane of water that we picked up right after the Kraken fight.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna kind of sift through this and figure out how much gold I have in this specifically.
Okay. So we already accounted for all of the coins and the gemstones. No, we did not account for the art or the gemstones, correct?
I think that's about right.
I don't even remember getting like a
Well,
idea of
There's a
anything
lot
here.
of stuff. Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff.
I did tell you about the gold. Well, the coins rather.
As it happens, we have a couple of very valuable paintings here, valued at well over 1,000 gold each.
I mean, there's always the dealing of souls that you could assist with as well.
Oh, these paintings are invested with souls. I mean, look at them.
Once you return to the material plane, if you return to the material plane, I'm sure you could collect on some debts for me.
I sure can.
Assassin!
And that saves us some money,
Oh,
y'all.
I'm not implying that you're an assassin. Nearly a, what is the word? A debt collector.
Oh, debt collecting. I remember doing debt
That would make us an enforcer.
Mm.
I'm not one of those either. I'm a cook.
I'm giving you the option.
I'll take that option, you guys. Wait,
How-
how many souls? How many?
Mm,
Okay, yeah, good question. How many souls are we reclaiming here?
Oh, they haven't been claimed yet. They've merely gone bankrupt on their loans from me.
Let me reword my question. How many people would you want us to collect debts from?
5.
I want 5. 5 isn't horrible. That's
Depends on who they
25,000.
are.
I'm not doing that.
Are you
Yeah,
sure?
I'm not really comfortable with doing this.
Well, it's that or the 25,000 gold.
I'd
think
much rather pay 25,000 gold.
By all means, I'm not forcing you into anything. Your
I'm
choices are yours.
But I'm just looking at the party. Like, I think this is completely worth the 25,000 gold.
I think so.
Let's find out if it's
My
worth that.
capability,
Yeah.
but I'm fine with paying the gold if it's easier for everyone else.
might be, yeah.
It might just be easier.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not happening up front. We're not paying up front just yet. We need to know that what you know is going to be useful to us.
Oh, I can tell you it'd be a lot better than going in blind to a place you've never heard of until a few hours ago. Does it change anything if I let you know that these souls are those who belong in the Nine Hells?
No. It does not change a thing. I'm not gonna be your murderer.
Would it actually require us to murder people? What's involved with collecting these souls?
I mean, it does include their soul being released from their mortal forms of one way or another.
But they are devils, though, right? People steeped in evil.
Ones who have been corrupted by greed and asked for material wealth and whatever money could buy and could not pay back what they took.
I mean,
Why we're having this conversation? Do we have the 25,000 gold?
Indeed. Do you have the 25,000 gold? I can give you surface level knowledge for 15.
That's that's a horrendous deal.
Surface
Let's
level for 10, and if we're intrigued for more, we'll pay more.
We'll pay the rest, honestly. Do half and half.
sounds like a good idea. So how many just like raw gold pieces are inside my sunken treasure that I have here?
So all of the coins have been accounted for. I don't know who kept track of all that.
I put all of the coins into the party funds, I believe. I haven't put any of the gems or the art pieces in there yet.
Uncut gems.
So, are the art pieces by any chance worth like 10,000 each? I mean, they've gotta be like priceless.
So the gemstones that you have, you did get some diamonds out of there. I remember that. Let's see here. All right, so you have 2 art objects worth 7,500 gold each. One is a ivory drinking horn with gold filigree. The other one is a gold crown with gems inlay. So that is 7,500 gold for art objects. You also have 10 art objects of miscellaneous types worth about 750 gold each. So someone should be writing this down.
What was that last one?
You have 10 art objects worth about 750 gold each.
Okay.
You got a collection of diamonds worth a total of 5,000 gold from your gemstones. You also have a black sapphire that is worth roughly 5,000 gold, and then a collection of gems, 4 in total, worth about 500 gold each.
You said 4 of them?
4. And that would be your art objects and your gemstones.
And okay, quick question, because I had it written down as 200-pound like chest of riches. Is that what we're talking about right now? Is
So
what
that
we're
would be
dissecting?
your coins, art objects, and gemstones.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect.
Because precious metals are very heavy.
So that's 19,500 gold accounted for so far, just from what you listed.
Well, why don't we give him 15,000 of that, and then get our surface level knowledge, and then pay the other 10,000 if we need more.
The diamonds and the sapphire?
Well, maybe not the diamonds. I could really use those for magic. Maybe we could account for something else. I could hold on to the diamonds.
So the black sapphire I said was worth 5,000.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So the 2 art objects plus the black sapphire are worth a total of 20,000 gold total. It's the two art objects are worth 7,500 gold each. Yeah, and then you have 10 art objects worth 750 gold each, so that's another 7,500. And then you have the black sapphire, which is worth 5,000.
Perfect. Thank you for the correction. Okay. Yeah. Well, that
should
sounds
be
like
like
enough right there.
2,750, 27,500 gold without the diamonds or the other gemstones considered.
Indeed. let's give that. And we'll hope
That
that
sounds
your
good.
souls find their way to you eventually.
Oh, they will at some point or another.
So, there's some treasure over here at our feet. We can kick it over if you're ready to tell us what we'd like to know.
Oh, is it such a hostile dealing environment that we must be so standoffish about it?
Times are dire. Standoffish? No. We're mortal. We don't like to lose things.
You have yourself a deal.
So tell us what we need to know.
I'm gonna kick over the chest.
Start nudging it over with the toe of my boot.
Right. So he's gonna snap his fingers, and the chest is gonna slide across to him, and he's gonna stop it under his very nice polished shoe. He kind of takes a cane out from his from under his, like, it just appears as he kind of like pulls it out from nothing, and he's gonna open up the chest, take a quick glance, like a 1 second glance, and immediately snap it shut. Very well. You know, when my underling told me that you shot off half his face and he came to me in such a pitiful state, I was curious by who could do such a thing. And now I know.
Now, when you say underling, what are you referring to?
My General Baal, of course.
Shada just looks back at Flint and Huzescu, just like with daggers in his eyes.
He was a dick.
Oh, don't worry. That little kitty cat will be mending his wounds for quite some time. Quite unhappy that he has been knocked down a few ranks. Anyway.
He was in the way.
Underling.
You should teach him decorum.
And when I learned that
Hospitality.
they were followers of Orcus, that piqued my interest in you even further. By all means. Don't mind me. I am only concerned with, not with your demise, but only the finances of my realm, as is the task set before me in my rank. But your friend Ember Alfraxius, professor of the Zaurin College of Magic, is currently being maintained by contract of one of your patrons' rivals, in fact.
No way. Are you serious,
He is
dog?
kept in what's known as the Tower of the Arcane, a expansive library of dark secrets and indulgences within the city inside the realm of Gehenna.
Yeah, place probably has a lot of good books that we could use.
Plenty
Probably
of
loving it right now.
tomes. Oh, he's in a crystallized state, dear. He's
Dang.
taking a very long power nap.
How do we get in and out undetected?
Why would you have to go undetected? Just simply give them a better deal.
What would they want?
Oh, the beastal fox keepers of the tower enjoy knowledge, learn whatever they can. They are practitioners of magic, after all. Kind of a suiting location for your friend, now that you think about it.
Well, I think we've seen quite a few things, and we've
Do you
learned
think they would accept knowledge of how to make a marshmallow?
recipes.
I actually think they would. I think
Hmm.
that they like a smooshie or something. You know what I mean? Could do.
This is new knowledge, because they're your inventions.
Right.
This
that's what I'm
library
saying.
does expand for miles in every direction. Once you get into the tower, I don't know what
And
exactly they keep within it.
And you say they would receive visitors like us?
They would. Just keep in mind that the moment that a better deal presents itself, next thing you know, the whole room's
So you're-
against you.
So you're saying we have to haggle for Ember? Why can't we just steal him away in the dark while they're not looking?
You could. It'll be much more difficult considering their reconnaissance sorcery throughout the route in the tower. But by all means, they do have routines. Many of them stay up throughout the hours with their noses in the book. They're quite cute
Right.
little foxmen.
Right, but he, from what I was told, he's trapped in a crystal suspended over a tower, and if we can fly, can we just take the crystal and break him out?
He's within the tower. Maybe I described it poorly as him over the tower. He's in the what was described as like the top floor.
Okay. Amend my last statement. Never mind. Disregard.
So is the crystal composed entirely of magic? How does it function?
That I do not know.
Guess that's something we'll have to figure out when we get there. I'm sure we can make a deal with them.
Perhaps some rivalry spell to get rid of it. I mean, if it is arcane, you should be able to dispel it, would you not?
I believe so. That's what I was curious about. But we'll cross that bridge.
If you
Okay,
get to
we'll
that
burn
bridge.
that bridge when we get to it.
Let's hope.
No, I will let you know that lately the Arcana laws have found themselves in rivalry with an invader of their lands.
Who?
A new powerful fiend who has found themselves climbed to power through the ranks from the abyss.
You think it might have been that giant thing we saw earlier?
Oh no.
Might
He is nothing
might-
new.
It might be the guy from the College of Magic that we saw who turned out to be a evil undead thing.
But that
Do you have a name?
Maybe.
A name for the thing? Whoever this is.
Perhaps. I do. I did offer you payment for all that I know, did I not? About the situation?
We did offer you payment for that, yes.
You did. You did. And I introduced her name is Arasta.
Rasta?
What does a
Yes, yes.
Rasta do?
Probably eats the faces of little babies. I don't know.
You know nothing about this Arasta lady?
Like I said, she's a rather new development in the conflict of the
Hmm. Is she about
abyss.
our size or bigger?
Oh, she is quite large. She was once a dweller of this plane and became corrupted. A servant of fate and destiny. Weaving brilliant tapestries telling the past, present, and future wonders of the world.
Tapestries, you say? So she's a weaver of some kind.
Indeed.
And what's she now?
Still a weaver.
But she
Indeed.
sells, or she tells tapestries of the future.
Come. Everything you know.
Like
We
I
didn't pay
said,
for it all.
she crossed the wrong person and she got corrupted by the plagues of the abyss and became what she is now, and that is nothing less of a monstrosity. I haven't laid eyes on
Of
her
course.
personally myself. Not within my scope of my responsibilities.
You also
Food.
haven't told us how to get there, which is one of the things specifically that we asked for.
How do you go to the second volcano of the plane and climb it to its crater, of course.
Of
There are cities in these lands. They're not barbarians.
Sound like barbarians to me.
That's a relative term, and I find that offensive.
You should.
Don't tieflings kind of like have some origin here in this area?
Oh, not here.
Not here.
You're not one of mine.
Yeah, obviously. I'm taken. Anyways, I did have a question real quick. You said your name was
Mogra.
okay.
That's what I
Is
said
that-
you could call me.
Yeah, I'm not really what like do you could whisper it to me, but like what's your real name?
He's gonna reach out his hand, palm up, like his fingers kind of daintily reaching for your hand.
I'll hand him my skeleton hand. Take it.
He'll
Is there
kind of
something
bend
in there?
down and he'll kiss the back of your hand. Madam, you can call me Mammon.
All right. What do you do here? What's like
Here, not much.
position? From the things that I've heard you say, it sounds like you have a place of responsibility.
I do. It is quite important.
What is it?
That's not part of our deal.
No,
Well,
polite conversation.
do you have a business card?
I like this one. Despite being a child of Orcus, you are interesting to me, Elith, and maybe one day we could do some trading.
I might like that.
Very well.
It's gonna be a good plane for me, you guys.
You
Gonna
think?
gonna make a lot of business friends here. My
He is
God.
simply going to hand you a stone coin that's like chipped, it's faded. He's going to put it into your skeletal hand, close your fingers around it while holding your hand with both of his.
This'll do it?
You asked for my card.
Then your card I shall take. And I'm gonna pocket that. Let's go. Do you have any, should I just spin it? Or, do you, like, require an extra... What should I do with it? If I need to call on you?
Just
like-
do what your friend Denton would do. Flip it.
Oh boy.
Oh wow.
Okay. This makes me feel certain things. Rest in peace, Dad. Will do. Thank you.
He's going to take out his pocket watch and he was just, oh my, look at the time. Take out his cane and tap it twice on the floor. All right, man, you can let me off here. I've done all I needed to today.
Oh, this was your vacation, was it?
He was here for us.
I
Evidently.
did say I was curious to see the ones who were so inclined to defeat my underling. I do like to know those who crossed me. But
Give
thankfully,
him a hug and kiss for us, will you?
Better bodyguards.
when I get him out of the vat of acid, I will.
No hard feelings.
I
And
feel sorry for him now.
oh, don't worry.
We don't know. We don't know what happened to your ship. It kind of went off a firefall, and we didn't follow it. So
Yeah.
sorry about that.
I'm not
Failed
paying to
ship.
have it replaced. Anyway, the it's going to pull off to the side. And he's going to step off. Champions of Catarin, I'll be keeping an eye on you.
Hmm.
Noted.
And Flint,
Mm-hmm.
I think you'd be happy to know that some time ago, a soul came into my court saying that he got tossed into a river of lava. Was that you?
I didn't get tossed into a river of lava.
Quite right. He's going to turn around and walk off to the mist, and his form eventually grows so distant that you can no longer see it.
What the hell did he mean by that? You didn't die without realizing it, did you, Flint?
No, but I'm trying to remember if there was a time where I threw somebody into a river of lava, and I can't remember doing that.
Oh, you certainly did.
Did I? Who did I throw into lava?
The owner of your family in front of the whole party.
Oh, yeah. That's
A
fine.
long time ago.
Yeah, that's fine.
The deepest of cuts.
It's a win in my book.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
See how meaningful his passing was?
Oof.
Hmm.
Ouch.
Well,
Yeah.
we know a little bit more now than we did before. Good to know that sometimes when our reputation precedes us, it can lead to something useful.
Yeah, I mean, we got a sort of information. I asked him for information like 3 times about how to get in, get Ember, and get out without being seen, and he did not answer that at all.
Honestly, Flint, I think it'd just be better if we made another deal with whoever greets us at that tower. As
I feel
opposed
like
to,
all the deals that we make are just bad.
I don't agree.
I don't agree.
I feel like we can make some pretty good deals. Sometimes they're not always great, but that's okay.
Also,
How's that deal to restore your hand and face going?
What deal to restore my hand? There is no deal to restore it. The deal was that I probably lost my hand and my face. Flint.
Exactly. So, not a great deal.
Really?
You
Because
mean the
I'm
last
pretty
2
sure
deals
that
that
the
we
power
made
I'm
were
gonna get
gold?
from this
I
is
don't
gonna
know.
be good.
Killing the Krakens. Killing the Kraken seemed to work out okay. By the skin of our teeth, I'll add, I suppose. Looking at Flint and myself and Zarek, who all got swallowed.
Yeah. If we
Anyway,
can avoid the whole swallowing thing, let's avoid that in the future.
I like the sound of helping these librarians. Sorry, Flint. I like the sound of helping these librarians against a threat. Because if we can help them meet their goals on our terms, but if we can help them meet that, then maybe we get what we want and we win an ally.
I mean, maybe I could just teach them how to make a marshmallow.
we'll see.
Whatever we do, I'm just gonna let you all know I'm not really feeling tip-top shape with every time I go to sleep here. I don't feel any rested, and I can see that Zark's feeling the same way.
I see
Take a
that
look at
too.
him.
Yeah.
It's only getting worse by the day. I don't know how much longer I could keep doing this.
I suppose that's up to the
Okay.
boat.
You can still get us out whenever you want, right?
I can.
Just not to the material plane, but you could get us out of here, right?
Correct. Yeah. There's
Okay.
a lot I can do to get us out of here.
Hugh, don't you have a spell that can make me feel less tired?
I've never looked into a spell like that, but I suppose next time I get a rest, I'll see what I can do.
I could put you to sleep.
Well,
From so far, that has only made it worse. But I appreciate the thought of it.
Should rest up, as you have a long journey tomorrow.
Alright, since we're doing that, I think I'll do that stuff I was referring to earlier, Alith.
Okay. Do you need me here, or do you need to prep real quick first?
Just give me your hand for about a minute, and the whole process should be resolved after another 2 minutes.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend the next minute casting Regenerate at the 7th level on Alith.
I would like to also make note while this happens. I wonder, I mean, we won't get to see, but Elith did end up carving into her fingers, and she put a sigil on her, like, hand bone, so.
Mm.
Hopefully that heals there, like, it stays there. That'd be nice.
Are you casting regeneration now?
Yeah.
So yeah, so the way regeneration works, everything starts to grow back over the course of several hours. Correct?
Over the next 2 minutes, actually.
Yeah, as Yuzasku takes out his holy symbol and he mutters a prayer, Aleph, your kind of arm begins to snap back into place.
Oh my God.
Ligaments and tendons kind of begin to snap back and grow as kind of like in rapid multiplication, your muscle tissue and then the connective tissue of fascia between your skin and your muscles and your layers of skin kind of just like quickly grow back, leaving a scar where you carve the sigil on the surface of your hand. This is just like
No.
blackish scar. Yuzasku, the same to you. Your hair grows back, your skin becomes once again back to it was, and you two
I didn't cast it on myself yet, anyway. But
where are you going to?
I was about to, yeah. Using my 8th level spell slot to cast it a second time on myself. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so same thing.
Is my face back to normal? Let's go.
Yeah, you guys are back to yourselves.
Yes.
I'm pretty
How about
again.
Flint? Flint was pretty scarred up too. Pretty burned out.
Okay.
You got the pretty.
I just lost all my clothes. All my digits are fine. I just
You lost yeah.
I just lost all my clothes and yeah.
Were you always that
Yeah.
hairless?
Oh, I lost my hat. Do you have a spell that can restore my hat?
Ooh, a hat restoration spell, that would be kind of tricky.
It would be a hat trick.
Get out.
I think spells such as that one would be of a more arcane nature as opposed to my holy nature. And
Just make a hat.
We'll have to make
yes,
one.
not magically.
Material, but yeah.
Shadow's gonna.
A better one.
Shadow's
Let me
gonna
check
take
my
a piece of
bags.
parchment and try to fold it into a hat.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean that it doesn't no. I'll wait. It's fine. By the way, you guys probably have noticed over the last few days of Flint being hatless is he's severely balding on the top of his head. It's very thin. His hair is like gray but very thin on top.
You know, Flint. Once we get back, I'll make you a nice leather chef hat.
I don't think I want a leather one. I just want a nice white poofy chef hat, you know?
I was gonna start
have
like
leather on
pulling
it.
cloth out of her bag. It's got like this red, green, and like brown geometrical looking one, and then another one that's like silk with like a tree on it. She's like, "Do any of these? Do you like this one?"
You have white? Just white?
No. Sorry, I don't.
We'll have to take it
Okay.
in. Probably have to take it in shifts tonight, I think,
Mm-hmm.
just to make
go
sure
for
we
it.
don't know anymore.
I'll take first shift.
I'll take first shift as well.
Okay, I suppose I'll take second shift.
I can take second with you.
I'll take last shift.
Right. Zark will join you.
All right, as you all begin to find yourselves some comfortable seats on these boat benches with no backs to them, it's a very uncomfortable ride. Flint and Sam, whoever wants to do the perception check.
You can do that.
No, really, you should.
I mean, I got a +0.
That's better than mine.
All right, I'll do the percent with my +0. 12.
12. Same story. Sometimes you see the occasional ghost along the shoreline, and the ferryman whispers, "They cannot pay." And just continues along.
Can I cast a spell on you, ferryman?
No.
Is this before or after you went to sleep?
I was on first watch.
It's me and Sam on first watch.
I said I was on first watch, but okay.
She was first to speak. She's there too.
I mean, she can. There can be 3 people on first watch.
Oh, it's fine.
She's on any watch, so she can be on this one.
Fine, yeah.
But you won't accept like Death Ward? You won't accept that?
Cast your spells, witch.
On it. Going for it. Casting it.
What'd you cast?
Let's go. Death Ward. One action.
Gotta touch him.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna put my hand on his hand and share an intimate moment.
Let's stroke.
His his bulging eyes with no eyelids, just like without moving his head. His face stays forward, but his eyes just look down at you, with his like kind of curled back lips, just showing exposed teeth. As you do this, as he does this.
This is wonderful. This is great.
Is it done yet?
Yeah, it's done now, and I will slowly draw my hand back and go sit down. It's the charisma of a killer, Bella. I'm so sad no one got that.
So it's out Sam, Ella, and
did.
Flint.
Gotcha. So is your hand feeling better?
Yes. Though
Is
check
your
it
hand
out.
getting better part of your cosmic purpose?
No, I believe that Zen really interfered, but I don't mind. Interference is what it is. Though, look at this, and I'm going to show them the sigil on the back of my hand. And it's like raised a little bit and darker. I didn't expect it to come out this good.
I didn't expect it to come out.
Yeah. You're right. That's a good point.
Where do you guys see yourselves in 5 years?
I don't. I live in the moment.
I tried desperately not to think about it.
Glad we're on the same page, Sam.
I don't know how you live without something to live for. Something to look forward to.
I live for Gari. And I live for you all. And my patron. I got 3 looks. That's it.
Stop.
I survive by the skin of my teeth and the strength of my jaw. I've got a grip on life and I'm not letting it go anytime soon.
So you two just want to be alive. Like that's your goal, is to be alive.
I'll be alive forever.
I won't last forever, but I'm just trying to figure things out in the meantime.
Oh, I'm having an existential crisis. Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Hello, yes, can I help you?
You guys.
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. What's up?
You guys. Oh, I'm gonna have to find a solution to this. I just found a problem. Because if I live forever, and Gari doesn't live forever, and y'all don't live forever.
Oh, I don't plan on living forever. I want to die in about
Unless.
100 years or so.
Unless.
No, I don't want to live forever. I want to die in about 100 years or so.
I'm gonna have to think on this. That bothers me.
So I don't end up as soul soup. And he says this, gesturing to the river.
Do you worship anyone, Flint?
No.
Why not?
Because I've met gods and goddesses, or people who have claimed to be gods and goddesses, and they're just strong people. And why would I worship a strong person? Right? I just want to make food and help the not strong people, right? Like,
On a basic level, yes. But, I mean, you've been with us, you've traveled a lot of planes, and, you know, when Denton passed, we visited, you know, we got to see where he ended up. If you don't follow anyone, where are you going to end up?
I don't know how the universe figures that out, but
River of Styx?
when I die,
Legoland?
would I die? Oh, hold on. Actually, hey, ferryman.
Yes.
These souls down here in this river, I'm assuming that's what did all that damage to me earlier. Those souls. Where are they from?
Those who died unclaimed in anguish and anger.
Might be time to.
You'd be
find a
surprised
cult.
how many spend their last moments of their lives angry.
I don't think I'd be that surprised. I'm angry a lot of the time.
That's a fact.
You know, Mr. Ferryman, what happens to people who don't have a god or goddess, but die not angry?
There are many places where one could end up, depending on how they live their life. If they were corrupted with the sins of mortals, they may find themselves in the 9 hells and be forced to shape themselves into a devil and fight in the blood war. Those who have no particular following end up in a place of neutrality and wander without the memories of their lives.
What about people who are good, but don't follow a god?
He takes a deep stare off into the distance as some other force is considering. Hold on.
You're good.
Okay.
There is a specific place where people go. I just can't think of its exact name. So, give me 1 second.
When that's done, Sam has a question.
What is
This
your
makes me
question? Is your
wonder.
question for me or for them?
Salkos.
Yes.
Sorry, not for Salkos, but for the ferryman. Okay. So the souls, for neutrality, those that forget, do they retain any abilities that they had in life?
No.
And relief just washes over his face.
You look happy with that answer, Sam.
Well,
I think he doesn't want to take his chaos beyond the grave.
I've always been a little bit scared that not even death would release it.
I wonder what that's like. Having power that you want to get rid of like that.
I wish I could stop being angry so much.
We're being real reflective on this river, guys. I feel like this is a
So
good spot.
those who are faithless would enter the city of judgment, which is a part of the afterlife where if they would remain either becoming part of the city and its walls, or until they just faded into nothingness and ceased to exist as a soul. If some sort of greater being did not come to claim them, no matter how they lived their life. So like based on how they were judged, if they were judged to be cruel and evil, 9 hells. If they didn't do anything particularly evil and they were just good, Elysium. But like it require they would not find themselves in a specific realm of the gods.
So
Just
I
with the
guess
god
I'm
of
gonna
death.
be. I guess I'm gonna be godless after death too. Which is fine because the gods have never done anything for me.
Besides, temporarily prevent you from becoming a brick.
I mean, everything that I've done for everything that has happened good in my life, I've done for myself. I was enslaved as a child, and I overcame that myself without any help of a god. I actually fought against a god to do that, and then I came to the surface, and then we met a goddess who was like pretending to be a queen, and we killed her. And then we got transported to the Feywilds, and then there was another goddess who wanted to like erase our memories, and now she's dead. And then I went to the astral plane to see a thing that ate gods. Like, well, they were dead, but he fed on like dead gods. The shadow lobster. I told you guys about the shadow lobster, right? Yeah,
Lobster, yes.
yeah, he fed on dead gods.
It's not that I don't get where you're coming from. Believe me, no matter how many times I prayed, no matter how hard I prayed, no matter where I looked even, because I didn't have the funds for someone who either knew what they were doing or the people who were talking to me either just lied or just said, you know what, you're a wild sorcerer, that's all you're going to be, and you should really just get used to it. Believe me, it kind of irritates me that you did get to meet so many gods, because that's far more than I ever got.
Sam, as you're talking, you feel a point of pressure. And then you look down, and you see this green spectral glowing arrow protruding in between your chest. And that is where we're going to take our mid-session break.
Whoa!
Whoa.
So everyone, we are going to come back here. Sam, that's going to be 16 points of piercing damage, by the way.
Uh-oh.
And an additional 5 points of necrotic. So everyone, that is where we're gonna take our mid-session break. We will be right back in about 15 minutes as we're gonna go refresh ourselves, and we will be seeing you all very soon. Stick around. If you're just now joining us, which many of you have, and you've missed some of the session, our friend here, Midnight Jack, will have more information as to where you can go.
Well, all you have to do is look for Prestige Encounters over on YouTube or indeed anywhere where you get your podcasts because we are available in delicious audio only. So you can listen to us wherever you like or watch us on YouTube. Just look for Prestige Encounters. And if you are listening to us as a podcast or if you're watching us on YouTube, come find us on Twitch sometime.
Shout out to the Finn, the Brazilian, and the Russian. Slava Ukraini.
All welcome.
All right, everyone. We will see you all soon. About 15 minutes. And welcome back, everyone. So, we are currently entering an initiative as this arrow, the spectral arrow, kind of just found itself embedded into Sam's chest, dealing 16 points of necrotic damage 16 points of piercing damage plus an extra amount of necrotic damage. So hearing this, you all wake up. We all roll for initiative. I am missing Elif on the board.
Let me roll for
Elif
that,
on the board.
yeah. I didn't roll for initiative for some reason.
I'm missing one character.
He's SQ.
Who's SQ?
Yeah, he's SQ. And
got it.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. So where this arrow came from, on your right, there is a cliff that is about 40 feet tall. This arrow, you look up and you see this spectral form of a ghost with a bow in its hand, and it's just looking down at all of you with these glowing red eyes. So everyone's on the board. Top of the round with a 26. I'm gonna get the initiative. I'm gonna get the battle map here on the stream in a second. But Jack,
Cool.
you are up first with a very high initiative roll. Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me just check the distance between me and the skeleton. Oh, 85 feet, huh? Yeah. Well, I can see that it's quite a distance away from me. Okay, but still not quite far enough to protect against Hex, because I'm reach out, use a bonus action, and cost that. So it's gonna get disadvantage on we'll say dexterity related checks, all dexterity checks.
Okay.
It has been hexed now, and with my other action, with my action, I'm going to whip out my heavy crossbow, ordinary heavy crossbow, and fire a bolt at it.
You have a heavy crossbow?
Oh yeah,
That doesn't seem like a jacked weapon.
I picked it up when it became evident that we were going to fight flying creatures like dragons. So it's a 15 to hit. I don't know if that hits.
15 to hit. That will miss.
Okay, well, there you go. That answers that question.
This creature does have a spectral breastplate across it.
Okay. So that's the turn.
All right, excellent. So, Sorry. What is going on? Why is this not working suddenly? Sorry, our map is giving me troubles.
Oh. Roll 20 quickly updated recently, folks. If you're watching this from the
Yes.
future, you probably already know how to work it.
It is excellent. They changed certain icons and everything.
That's cool. This we're
So
gonna learn as we
cool.
go.
All right. Yeah, that's gonna be within range. So, another one steps out from behind this rock. It is going to fire a long bow, 2 arrows at Flint. simultaneously. Flint, that is going to be a 26 and an 18 to hit.
Yeah, both of those will hit.
Oh, I'm sorry, a 24 and a 16 to hit.
Yeah, they'll both
Okay.
hit. Yeah.
Right. So that is going to be 6 points of piercing damage plus 3 points of necrotic damage for the first one. The second
Okay.
arrow is going to do 9 points of piercing damage plus 3 points of necrotic damage. And then he is going to step back behind that rock.
Yep.
Which will give him full cover. All right. And initiative count 20. The entire ship and all of you on it are propelled 30 feet ahead.
Nice.
As this wind just takes over and pushes you all forward. 30 feet is not a lot on this map, in case you haven't noticed. Shada, it is your turn.
All right. Seeing as Shada is a close-range fighter in the middle of the river Styx,
I know.
You're telling me.
yeah, Flint understands my pain. Shada's gonna use the dodge action.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Not a bad.
Yeah,
It's not a terrible idea.
Yeah, it's just very underused, I think. And you also, just for added measure, cast Shield of Faith on himself.
Okay. Is that your turn?
I do believe so, yeah.
All right. Uzescu, it is your turn.
Alright, so I'm gonna do a Hue moment here, and I'm gonna cast Channel Divinity Twilight Sanctuary.
Okay.
Massive Hue moment. Okay. So that's going to give me my aura for temp HP, and I'm going to go ahead and use a 4th level spell slot to create a spiritual weapon 60 feet away from me. So that'll be right here on these rocks. And I end my turn.
Okay. You all watch as another one materializes. Right there. And it is going to fire 2 arrows at Jack.
They can try.
So Jack, that is going to be a 15 to hit.
No, sir.
And then the next one is going to be a 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
All right, so that is going to be 10 points of piercing damage. And
Okay.
then, correct me if I'm wrong, Jack, but 3 points of necrotic damage would be 6 for you.
That is correct. Okay, 16 total, but I will use Uncanny Dodge to have that. Would that just have the piercing damage, or would that also have the necrotic?
It would have the necrotic as well.
Okay.
So any
cool,
damage from
great.
the attack. So it will like graze your side, but there's just something about that necrotic energy and the power
Good.
of the freedom of the wind, and wind being life in this case, just spreading out and corrupting it. A little bit of extra damage. Flint,
Ouch.
it is now
Cool.
your turn.
Bonus action, I'm gonna rage. Then I'm gonna move here and try and put myself between these archers and the group. Specifically, I want to try and guard Jack, so he has something to hide behind.
Okay.
And then as an action, I want to take my kettle out, set it on the ground, and expand it.
Okay.
Somebody get inside there!
Oh my gosh.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. Elith, it is now your turn.
Right. And I can't sit in that kettle because I've got shooting to do. So
You can sit in there, shoot out, and have cover.
I might consider that, but I'll be okay for now. Other people might need it more if they get shot because I haven't been shot yet. But I'm gonna cast 3 Eldritch Blasts at this pink one here in the middle.
Okay.
And I got 20, 30, and 24.
All hit.
Perfect. I want to pull 10 feet on all of those and then roll damage.
Into the stick.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then total damage is going to be 27.
And this creature does not have a fly speed.
What's the
L.
What's the total amount of damage?
27?
Okay. 27 points of force damage. As you do this, just this force pulls him forward and he plunges into the river Styx, and you watch this as this eruption of skeletal and ghostly hands just start to pull him down with it as it lets out a verbal scream and is no longer there.
Let's go.
Nice.
Oh, that looked easy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Anything else for your turn, Elf?
No, I think that Chad moment was it. Thank
Okay.
you.
That was indeed a chat moment.
The fucking chat.
All right, so next turn. Let's see here. Right here. It is going to fire 2 arrows at Flint. Just kind of like standing, guarding himself. That is going to be a 10 and a 13.
Oh, neither of those hit.
All right, and he is going to see what just happened to his friend. He's going to step behind this rock. He's like, nope, you cannot pay me enough for that.
I'm gonna break down that boulder. You better start running.
Nice.
All right, another one is going to materialize
Oh boy.
right there.
16. Let's go.
And it is going to fire 2 arrows at Elif, now coming from the other side of the river.
No way.
Maybe you should have gotten in the kettle.
A 20 and a 20, sorry, a 20 and a 13 to hit.
Well, unfortunately, actually, yeah, they both hit.
All right, Lombos, you have that range of 150 feet.
Are these undead creatures?
You don't know that.
Do you know?
They're
that?
either
You know
they're
that?
either undead or
Is that
demons.
something you would know?
That's something I would know
It would
because I'm the
affect
DM.
them.
I know
Because-
everything.
Because hold on, let me see something real quick. Let me see here.
Well, while you're figuring that out,
Yeah.
Elf, that's going to be 7 points of piercing damage.
They'd have to make a wisdom save first in order, before they can attack her.
They would.
Did you find what I'm looking for before I found it? I think you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you did.
Wisdom save is an 18.
Ah, I found it. Yeah,
Probably enough.
the DC
Yeah.
15. Did you get?
I got an 18.
Yeah,
Got it.
it's it.
All right, so that is going to be these 7 points of piercing damage plus 2 points of necrotic. Are you resistant to necrotic?
Yeah.
So it's 1 point of necrotic.
So like 8 damage.
A total of 8 damage.
Nice. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. The next one is going to show its face. Ooh. Right there.
Yo, how big is this battle map? Hold on, let me see this.
Oh, it big.
I can shoot an Eldritch Blast all the way to like here.
Yes,
Oh
he
my
just
God.
made themselves a prime target. All right, here comes the
Well-
wisdom save on my opalite die. That was a 19.
I gave you a kettle to get into.
I'll get into it, I promise.
So that is going to be a It's a 13 to hit and a 15 to hit.
Also, just for everybody to keep in mind, I'm passing out temp HP in the Roll20 chat. Keep an eye out.
Were those wisdoms for me?
That was to attack you. It passed on the wisdom save. It was a 13 to hit and an 18 to hit.
Those hit.
Oh, the 13 hits?
Yeah, I only have an armor class of like 12.
Oh no.
I don't got
Okay.
a lot of.
All right, so that's going to be 10 points of piercing damage, and then after your resistance, 2 points of necrotic damage for the first one, and then that is 7 points of piercing damage, and 1 point of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Yeah, so this necrotic energy, as these like arrows are finding themselves into your thighs and in your shoulder and your arm, it's had a very hard time spreading throughout your body for whatever properties it possesses.
I am ripping these out. Keep that in mind. Hits me,
It's-
ripping it
It
out.
is Zark's turn, and Sam's
Okay.
on deck.
Okay, got it. Zark is gonna see. He's reaching for his longbow, and he sees Eleth doing such good work against these things. And he's, well, damn it! And then he reaches for his quiver, realizes he only has 9 arrows to his name at the moment, and he looks troubled. And then what he's gonna do is he's gonna step up to the front, right here, and take the dodge action.
Okay,
That's his turn.
That is his
that's
turn.
Yeah.
All right, Sam.
Awesome. So this red one up top,
Mhm.
it's going to get 3 scorching rays to the face.
The red marked one.
Yeah, the red marked one. That's a 17, 28, and 27 to hit.
17 will just miss. The 28 and 27 will hit.
That's a total of 9 fire damage.
9 points of fire damage. Not a whole lot. You're having trouble finding the power to summon this heat and fire of life within the river Styx, but you manage to do some sort of damage against it as its spectral form is kind of evaporated at points and then reforms as these beams of sunlight comes towards it. All right. Anything else for your turn?
Okay. 2 sorcery points, bonus action, scorching ray. Not scorching, firebolt.
Firebolt.
Okay, that is 15. Okay, and that is my turn.
All right. As Zark is there on the bow of the ship, he notices that there is a line kind of dispersing the water heading straight towards the boat.
Oh. What? Zark will call out about that. Hey, there's a line! How far away is it?
And it's going to show up as this like demonic looking amphibious face comes up out of the water and then sprays a spout of water from the river Styx at Zark. I need a strength saving throw
What the?
to Zark.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What the hell?
Oh, strength saving throw? Okay, so the dodge action wouldn't really affect this, would it?
Nope.
Okay.
That is for half damage on attack rolls.
Well, Zark gets a 24 in the strength save, like a boss.
All right, so you're gonna take half the damage.
Okay.
And it's gonna be acid damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oop. I forgot the /R. All right, that is gonna be 13 points of acid damage.
Got it.
As this water, its properties changing while within the body of this demon, it's converted to acid and sprayed at all of you. And that will be its turn. On top of the round, Jack, it's your turn.
Okay. Seeing this thing rise up, Jack's going to load another crossbow bolt into his crossbow. He's gonna take. He's gonna use bonus action to use steady aim, and he's gonna aim at this big thing right here.
Okay.
Firing with advantage because of steady aim. So here we go. It's gonna rolling for that now. Ooh, neither of those are really good. So I'm gonna re-roll one of those. Oh, that's gross. So 15 total. 15 to hit.
15 will miss.
Yep. Well, them's the breaks, and that's my turn.
All right. And
3 dice. I got 15.
this one is going to come out from the rock. It is going to fire 2 arrows at Flint. That is cocked. That is going to be a 16 and an 18 to hit Flint.
Yeah, they'll both hit me.
Okay. All right, so you're currently raging, right?
I am, yeah.
Okay. After half, that's gonna be 19 points of damage total.
Okay.
Sorry, no, that is 11 points of damage total.
Oh, dope. Thank you very much for the temp HP there, Hugh.
And he is gonna go back behind his rock. Initiative count 20. You and all the ship.
Oh, we're in melee range of this thing. No, we're not. Oh, okay.
The ferryman is pushing the ship up and away, but there's only one direction that he can really go. All right, it is now Shada's turn.
Man, yeah, that's just gonna be a dodge action.
Another dodge action.
Yep.
Okay. Something wizard with fire ability. Huzescu, it's your turn.
Something
right.
fire wizard. If only we had one. Goddamn.
Starting my turn, Shada's gonna go ahead and take 17 temp HP. I'm gonna use 10 feet of movement to move right up here with Flint. I'm gonna yell at this big scaly man right here. I'm gonna scream at him, "Hey, scale freak!" Right, trying to divert his attention to me for a moment.
Okay.
And as soon as he looks at me, I'm just gonna beam him with a level 5 moonbeam right in his face.
Let's go.
Okay. Go ahead and draw the area. Oh, am I thinking of? What am I thinking of? Is that the concentration spell, Moonbeam?
It is
Yeah,
a
it is.
concentrate, yeah.
All right, go ahead and draw the circle for Moonbeam.
All right, as a 5-foot radius, just right
To be
there.
honest, I don't know how to do those
Oh, right.
things on Roll20.
That's a
I
con
should
save.
really
Shape.
learn.
It's the paintbrush on
Paintbrush.
the top left, right below the arrow, and then you can draw a shape.
If I'm correct, that's a 10-foot radius.
I'm pretty sure it's 5, right? 5-foot radius, 40 feet high.
Oh.
So it's a 5-foot
Yeah.
radius. That is
And
a
then how do you get rid of it?
Oh, I don't know why I was thinking of.
because remember it's 5-foot radius from a vertice shared
Yeah.
between the squares. All right.
Right.
All right, and this is making a save, a con save, right?
Con save. Yeah.
All right, it's con.
DC 18.
That is going to be a 22.
All right, he's gonna take half damage. So half of 29.
That is 15, 14.
He's gonna take that, and I'm gonna use my bonus action to scooch my little spirit weapon a little bit closer to him. And then I end my turn.
All right. Flint, it is now your turn.
Cool. Free action. I'm gonna yell. Elf, I said get in the goddamn kettle. Bonus action. I'm not gonna do anything. For my action, I'm going to ready an attack on anything that comes within the melee distance of the boat. I'm gonna fucking hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else for your turn?
Nope, that's it. I just need use healing
All right, Hugh, don't forget about the temp HP.
19 for Flint.
Oh,
All right, Elf, it is
Nice,
now your turn.
All right, first things first. I'm hopping in the kettle. I'm getting
Oh.
into cover. Secondly, we're gonna try to do something super fun, super fresh. So let's find out. 20.
Yeah.
What
A
are you,
24
what are
and
you
a 19.
targeting?
Well, that's the thing. So I want one of them to hit the red guy here and pull him, let's see here, 10 feet into the river. I want to hit the blue guy here, pull him 10 feet into the river. And then I'd like to hit the red guy here and push him 10 feet away.
Okay, so those will all hit.
Let's go.
Yeah, these spirits have some sort of disintegration when they enter. Have you guys ever seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit? It's like when the cartoons get put into the dip.
Oh boy, that's
Like,
horrible.
that's really it. The sticks is like the dip for them. They are both gone, and then he gets hit. Gets hit with 14 points of force damage and is pushed 10 feet away. Out of the moonbeam,
My
too.
moonbeam.
Out of the moonbeam.
So sorry. I'm so sorry.
yeah,
It's
it's
okay.
fine.
I'll move it.
You'll move it? Okay, I didn't know
All
if you
right.
could.
Anything else
That's
for your
good.
turn there, Aleph?
I'm ducking into the cuddle.
All right, so
It's
you
okay.
have what's called half cover.
Fair enough.
Plus
Uh,
5 to your AC.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's go. That's excellent.
All
Perfect.
right. But as you guys, Zark has another eye out.
Hmm. Does he?
Heck?
Yep. As another one of these demonic lizards pops up out of the water, and it is going to make its spitting attack against Zark. I need another strength save from Zark.
Oh my god! All right, strength saving throw. 19 this time.
19 will succeed. So he's going to
Yeah.
take half damage. So 10
Where it
points of
goes.
acid damage. And just for a
Okay.
moment, not quite as strong on the save, for a moment, he feels something pull him as if trying to get him into the water with this
Ooh.
water.
Okay. Well, in that case, he's gonna step back away from the edge there.
It's not his turn yet. You know
Oh, it's not his turn. You're right. Sorry, I'm just thinking ahead.
All right. So
Apologies.
the next turn, this one is going to step out from its rock. It is going to shoot 2 arrows at Flint again.
Bring it.
That is going to be a 9 to hit and an 11 to hit.
Oh, both miss.
All right. It is going to take 10 more feet back to there. All right. Just out of line of sight. Zark's turn now. Sam's on deck.
Okay. Yeah.
He wants to move away.
He wants to move back. Wants to move away here. He can see there's creatures here that are targeting the group, and he's gonna just reluctantly pull his remaining 9 arrows. He's gonna just pull one, knock it into the bow, and go for an attack.
Okay.
He's gonna attack let's say the green one right here, the one that just spat at him.
Okay.
26 to hit.
That will hit.
Cool. It's gonna take some magical piercing damage. 15 magical piercing damage plus favorite foe on top of that.
All right.
Cool. And then he's just gonna kind of silently weep, and then take another arrow, and then also target it as well.
Okay.
Same one. Green. 14 to hit this time, a natural 1.
Yo, we need to get Zark a quiver of endless arrows.
Yeah. So he's got 7 arrows left, and damn it! And then it'll just the arrow will just sort of skitter away, I suppose.
Also,
Yep.
whenever you're done, that's 17 temp hit points for Elith and 18 for Zark.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so Zark will take that 18. And that's his turn.
Okay. It is now Sam's turn.
Awesome. So this one that's this demon creature that's ahead of us,
Mhm.
I'm going to hit it with Synaptic Static.
Okay. What's the save on that?
It's an intelligence saving throw at 17.
Intelligence saving throw. Okay, let's find out. That will be a 7.
That does not pass, so he takes the full 28, and he must take a d6 off of all attack throws and saving throws.
So it's 26 points, 28 points
28
of psychic
psychic.
damage. Okay.
And I'm going to maintain concentration on it, and he needs to take a d6 off of all attack rolls, saving throws, and I think ability checks. Let me double check.
Okay.
Nope. Attack rolls, ability checks, and constitution saving throws to maintain concentration.
All right.
Okay. Bonus action. I'm going to firebolt the red demon
Using your sorcery points.
using sorcery points. Yes.
Okay.
20 to hit.
Hits.
That's 16 fire.
16 points of fire damage. All right, whittling them down bit by bit. Anything else for your turn?
All right. Wild magic. Ooh, that is a wild magic surge. Number 22.
You still smell like lavender, right?
I still smell like lavender.
Rather pleasant for this area, but still.
A mature oak sprouts at an unoccupied space within 60 feet of me.
Yeah, so you guys watch as in the middle of this river, this massive oak tree immediately sprouts up and then just withers up and gets necrotic and goes away in a second. It's uncanny, it's odd, but now there's a dead oak tree in the water. It's just disintegrated into nothingness. River of Death. Zen, I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
That was
Alright.
weird.
I will.
Yeah, that was weird.
That's a solid 13.
All right, so you're gonna take the full amount of the acid damage.
Okay. How much is that?
32 points of acid damage.
All right. As all
And-
this acid gets spit up at Hugh, he's gonna open his mouth.
Because you're
He's gonna
immune
gargle
to
it.
acid damage.
He's gonna spit it out because he's immune to acid damage.
But then you get pulled off the boat into the water.
No.
Its ability is called a grasping spout. You guys watch as this acid
What?
like attaches to him and pulls him into the river.
He was
Right.
so fucking. He was so confident.
You don't have a flying speed?
Oh,
He
not
can't.
yet.
Not yet, but Zen, that is 87 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, he's friggin'
I don't take it. That's acid damage.
Necrotic. You're in the river taking necrotic damage.
Okay, I'll take it.
You don't have a choice.
Oh my god. Okay.
He was so confident.
So, and that will actually oh no! It gets to make more attacks because I remember within melee range. It's gonna swim up to you, going around your moonbeam right there. Flint, that will
I
be.
didn't know the full ramifications of this.
Yes, I get my 2 attacks.
Yep, you get your 2 attacks.
Reckless. Bonk, bonk.
Natural 19 and natural 20. 30,
yeah,
31. All right.
We're going fire damage. So this is +4 to all of that. So 17 plus 11, so 28 plus 4, so 32 fire damage.
32 points of fire damage, and that was the red one. All right. All right, Hugh, for the bite attack, that is going to be 17 to hit.
Doesn't hit me.
All right, and for the claw attack, that is going to be a 27 to hit.
It's gonna hit.
All right, so you're going to take 4d6 plus 4 slashing damage. 22 points of slashing damage.
Shit.
And then it is going to swim there. You get an opportunity attack, use that if you'd like.
All right, I'm gonna use my Warcaster feat to cast a spell at him.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it a good one too.
Jack, you are on deck.
Yeah.
Sacred Flame is a good one.
Yeah, Sacred Flame's a cantrip though. I want to hurt him.
Guiding Bolt is a good one.
Level Guiding Bolt. 5th level Guiding Bolt. Yeah, let's go with that. I'm gonna cast 5th level Guiding Bolt. That's a
20.
natural 20 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. So at that level, 5th level, you're looking at 8d6. Since it's a crit, I get an extra die, right?
Yeah, you double the,
Yeah.
the dice that you roll. So whatever you roll on your dice, you double that. So it's 4 plus 12, was that 16, 20, 26, 38, 44. And then another 8, so 56. 68 points of damage, radiant damage.
I think it's just 64. But yes.
64. What did I do?
64, 32 times 3.
Yep.
Yeah, 32 times 2. Yeah.
I thought there was a modifier there. Okay, yeah. 64 points against the red one. Okay, yeah. Yeah, he was like, nope, I'm not going down without something happening here, so... He's looking real hurt.
Boasting that much.
He's looking real hurt.
He's
the red
looking
one.
hurt, yeah. Jack, it's your turn.
What do I do? Okay. All right. Would you allow? Would you allow the throwing of a line as a free action? Was that an action for you?
No, don't worry about me. You guys do your own.
Oh, really?
thing.
Oh, well,
I mean, okay.
that's all I need to hear.
All right, wait. Can I ask a DM question real quick?
It's the river is treated like lava at the beginning of your turn.
Oh, okay, so at the beginning of my turn, I would get hit by it again. So I desperately need help, actually. I stand so corrected. I need help so bad right now.
Throwing something if you have the quick hands feature, I would do it as a bonus action. Otherwise, it's an action.
All right.
But also, throwing him a line doesn't pull him out of the thing, so...
Yeah.
It's just like tossing someone a potion in combat, or tossing someone something.
You might be better making your attack and letting people that are closer to him that can pull him out.
Bonus action, steady aim, targeting the red one.
Okay.
17 to hit. Oh my god, I can only roll single digit snipe. 17 to hit.
17 will just miss.
Well, I tried. That's my turn.
All right, so this one is gonna step out. It's gonna aim and take a shot at Flint.
Yep.
Flint, that is gonna be a 16 to hit and a 23 to hit.
Both of them hit.
Okay. So after everything's halved, 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Initiative count 20.
Oh boy.
Ship's there, leaving Huzescu behind.
Shut up! Don't leave me here.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to help.
As the ship is drifting, Dolgren says, "The ship stays on its course." And with that, Shot, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna have to try to throw something for Huzescu.
Okay.
Even though, like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna take some rope and I am gonna try to do this.
Oh.
Shit.
Most rope is made out of organic material.
What if it's dead organic material?
We're about
And I
to find
kind of
out how
point at
much.
the tree.
We're about to find out how much of a dick I am, but if I am
Oh,
one,
boy.
if I am one at all, we'll figure it out.
Okay. Yeah. Shit. Fuck. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna double check over all my stuff really quick, right? And then my main idea here is to throw his SQ the rope. Shit. Yeah. I think
Do we
that's
still
all
have
I
some
can
of
really
those
do.
chains from the ship?
I don't know.
I mean, it wouldn't float, but it wouldn't disintegrate
are any
either.
other chains in your inventories? This is why inventory management's really important, y'all.
Damn it. Shit.
Yeah, I don't have it in mine.
Yeah, yeah, I don't think anybody has it then. Yeah, Shada's just gonna have to throw a rope out to use SQ.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What kind of rope is it?
Hempen rope.
All right. So Shada throws a rope out to Huzescu. Shada, make an athletics check for me.
An athletics check. I believe it is on. Alright, it's an 11.
11. All right. So as
Yeah.
you throw the rope, it launches itself over, misses Huzescu a bit, and gets tangled up on this rock.
Yeah. Shit. Okay,
Alright.
Damn, let me just. Would that have been my action?
Yeah, that's how I rolled it.
Alright, damn.
Do you have your action surge?
I do have my action surge. Yes, I will use that. Thank you for reminding me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want our cleric to die. Alright, shit, what could I do though? Could I try to get, like, pull the rope towards him? Like,
I have a plan if
Do I have mage hand?
you don't action surge. I have a plan to get him out.
his turn's next. He will take the damage as soon as his turn happens.
I can get his body out at least, and then somebody can healing potion him.
We'll see.
Get his body out. The fucking
If it's-
tree disintegrated.
I can also do that too, so he'll be okay.
I'm action surging regardless. I'm gonna try to get this rope to him. I'm sorry. I'm worried about this.
Yeah,
so,
go for it.
are you trying to like? Because the rope is within 5 feet. Are you trying to pull like? Is it tangled up on that rock? Are you trying to pull yourself to him? Are you trying to like pull the rope so it pulls the boat towards him? What are you trying to do?
If I was to try that, would I be able to move it? Like,
It would
any
require a
close?
strength check. You want to know? I will let you know the DC if you feel like that would be fair because you're fighting the current. It'd be a strength check
Yeah.
of 15 for the DC.
All right. Yeah, I'll try that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make a strength check, please.
All right. All right. Okay. Cool. Strength. Jesus Christ.
I'm taking a pose like Howie on Deal or No Deal before a case is opened.
Oh.
You try to pull on the rope, and the ship itself is kind of pulled off course where it starts to angle towards the shore, but you cannot fight the current of the river Styx. And is that your turn, Shada?
I believe it would be because yeah, my bonus action is kind of restricted to other stuff.
All right. He's asked you at the beginning of your turn. I just hit enter on that. You're going to take 107 points of necrotic damage as that was almost enough to take you out too.
That was almost enough to instantly kill me
Jesus.
by
Okay.
one one point of damage.
A little bit more because you had 12 hit points left. It's okay. You all watch as like these, like the water is still for just a moment, and then these hands start to reach up and begin to tear at Hizesku's clothes and start to drag him down under the water, and Hizesku goes still in the water as it's like erupting like a sudden attack of piranhas. All right.
I have a very important DM question.
Okay. Better than anybody else I know.
All right. So, being unconscious, but very, like, attuned with tsunami, am I able to have a moment with my weapon regardless of me being, like, there or not?
What do you mean?
Am I able to communicate with All Hydra despite being unconscious?
No.
Okay.
Like, a dream is one thing when you're, like, sleeping, but when you're, like, dying...
That's a whole
No.
other thing.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
All right. So right before it's Flint's turn, another one is going to make itself known at this point. It is going to shoot 2 spectral arrows at Elith, being the closest one to it. Elith, remember you have +5 to your armor class due to your half cover, and Elith, that's going to be an 11 to hit and an 8 to hit.
Those don't hit. Let's
All
go.
right, and it's gonna just, hide behind the rock. Flint.
Hello, yes, it is I, Flint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run 10 feet, and I'm going to do a running long jump into the water, and I'm going to grab Hugh, and then as my action, I'm going to... Alright, so I'll take 51. Yep, alright. And as my action, I'm going to use that as movement and fly my happy ass with Hugh back to here. I'm going to drop him here, and then I'm going to move myself to the front of the boat in front of Zark.
Okay. You'll watch as Flint runs, jumps off the ship, grabs Hizesku, and then somehow, with his barbarian strength and skill, flies back onto the ship and just lands. Hero pose, fist into the boat.
Holy
Superman
shit.
moment.
Yeah.
The boat, like,
Impressive.
As you see Flint jump off, you notice that, his little butt cheeks are kind of glimmering in the light.
maybe that's the moon that Hizesku worships next time. All right, and like as he lands back, the ship does like rock heavily to one side. You all begin to lean over, but then it erects itself, and it's all good to go. Is that your turn, Flint?
Yeah.
All right.
Could I let go of the rope at that moment? Like, is that...
Oh, that'll be a free action, sure.
Alright, cool.
Elith, it is now your turn.
Okay, cool. So, I'm gonna go ahead and use my bonus action to hand Zark 10 arrows for my bag of holding, if that's possible.
Sure.
Excellent. And after that, I want to actually... I'm just gonna keep doing what I do. No, I'm gonna cast Finger of Death on this green one that's closest to us. This
They
green-
swim in a river of necrotic damage.
Do you think that it won't work?
No.
Okay.
Why do you think I haven't cast Blight?
Okay.
Do anything other than necrotic damage, please.
You're a little toxic. That's okay. It's okay. I got a 29, a 30, and a 22 for my hits on Eldritch Blast. And
Amazing.
for that, it's gonna be this guy down here, 30 feet into the river.
All right, he's gonna disintegrate as you pull him into the river, where he meets his demise and becomes part of it as a spectral ghost. All right,
This guy
Elf,
needs to go away.
anything else for your turn?
No. Thank you.
All right. It's now this one's turn. It's gonna swim back this way. Shada, I need a strength saving throw, please.
For me?
Yep.
Alright, cool. Strength save.
We're just gonna say the rope. Goes away.
That's a 13. I will use Indomitable and roll it again.
Okay. Not a lot of high rolls today.
Oh, yeah, not a lot of high rolls.
I mean, we got like
Wait,
4 natural 20s so far, so
let me see if I can fix that. Nope,
Most of
that
them,
only works on
a
me.
lot of them have been on Alice rolls turn.
And the only other one doesn't work. Okay.
All right, so Shada, you are going to be pulled into the river.
Guys, I can't do that again.
Oh no.
That is going to be
You really
120 points of necrotic damage.
Jesus.
Shit.
Oh god.
Oh my god. I still have 20 hit points.
One of the things that you could do with Wish is you can just wish that you had resistance to an energy type, one of which can be necrotic, and you can give it to the whole party.
I mean, I'm closer this time, so
Okay.
Yeah, but the boat's gonna move before it's your turn again.
but yeah, there's like a couple of party member turns before,
Right
you know.
there, right off the side of the boat.
Cool.
And then, all right, that will be its turn. Next ghost is gonna run up this way, jump down, get a little bit closer, shoot its 2 arrows at Sam. That's gonna be a natural 20 and a 20, a dirty 20.
Yeah, both of those will hit.
I figured. So this is gonna be the natural 20 first. That is gonna be 8 plus 4 plus 2. So 14 points of damage. And then here is the regular roll. 1 plus 1 plus 2. So 4 more points of damage.
Zeski's temporary HP came in handy right there.
Yay.
By the way, Shada, at the end of your turn, you did take your temp HP, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure we're all accounting for everything. It's now Zark's turn. Sam is on deck, and then the injured red one is after that.
Okay, injured red one. Injured red one's gonna take a 31 to hit
That will hit.
from Zark. It's gonna take 19 points of piercing damage.
All right. After seeing what it just did to Huzescu lies unconscious on the boat. Zark is going to quickly draw an arrow that Elif gave him, bring the string back, and it's going to go straight through the demon's throat, which disintegrates into this black ichor and fades into smoke.
I love the word arrow.
Zark carry. I've been saying this since day one.
All right.
Zark, now, DM, would you allow for Zark's next attack to be used on a grapple check instead, and thereby pull Shada back onto the boat? Because then he will go and run and do that.
So
'Cause I
a
know
grapple
that
would
you
be
can-
its own standalone action.
I believe
It's
grappling
just an
can be
attack.
done as part of as one of the attacks against like a target.
I think if you're a monk, no, that might be Pathfinder.
No, it's
Grappling
just
and shoving is something that you can do in place of one of your attacks.
yeah, it's just an attack.
But I want to just wait on how Marco would rule this situation because that's like in combat.
I'm gonna allow it now, but I'll look into it and ask other people later.
Sure thing.
But for now, I'll allow it.
Thank you. Well, in that case, he's going to run back here and he's going to reach out for Shada. He's going to use his other attack to like grapple him and try to pull him up onto the boat.
So that will take the last 10 feet of your movement, as dragging someone will
Sure.
lose 10 feet of your movement. It doesn't require a check to drag someone.
Okay, awesome. Okay, yeah, so he's just dragging back onto the boat. Get back on here, buddy!
Oh, thank you.
Right there.
Okay, thank you. All right, and that's his turn.
All right, Sam, it is now your turn.
Yeah, so he's really tired of these things pulling people in. So, transmuted into thunder damage for 2/2 Scorching Ray as a 6th level spell. That's going to be a total of 7 attacks.
All right.
5, 6, 7. 6, 7. Okay, perfect. Okay, that's 15, 21, 12, 25,
Four hit.
25. 4 hit? Okay.
And then give me a total amount at the end.
Okay, that is 9. Ooh, wow. 21, 30. That is 40 thunder damage on that guy.
All right. It is still up.
Okay, bonus action, firebolt.
Okay.
Does that hit? 14?
14 misses.
Okay.
Anything else for your turn?
Nope, that is all good for my turn.
Jack, it is now your turn.
Okay. Bonus action, steady aim, crossbow bolt at the green tentacle monster. For a dirty 20 to hit.
That will hit.
At long last. Alright, well, we'll see how much damage it takes from normal, non-magical piercing damage. So, plus 4, plus my sneak attack. It'll be 33 points of normal-ass piercing damage.
So 16 points of normal as piercing damage.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Don't worry, I
All
already
right,
knew it was
so-
normal.
Sure thing. So it's just... Ah, damn! Not as much as I thought, and that's about it.
All right. Initiative count 20.
Has anybody healed Hugh yet?
No,
No, but I was about to do that.
it's
So
Shauna's turn, by the way.
yeah.
Also,
So,
are we on the rocks right now?
That's below surface. It's not a rock.
Oh, okay.
So Shadow pushes through the boat and gets next to Huzescu and uses his action for lay on hands. And Huzescu gets 15 hit points back.
All right. Huzescu, this withered, decayed skin now coating your body suddenly, starts to shed off as new layers are produced underneath it. And you get 15 hit points back. You're still looking a little bit mummified, but you're fine for now.
Yeah.
All right.
So my bonus action will be for second wind, so I can heal myself a little bit.
All right. Go ahead and roll for second wind.
Cool. 20 hit points. Cool.
All right, Huzescu, it is now your turn. That is if Shauna's done.
Yeah, that is.
Okay.
Action and bonus action.
I'm so sick of having near-death experiences.
Especially in rivers.
I hate water.
I know why Reaver
All right.
was so afraid of water.
Imagine jumping into multiple
Soul soup.
rivers of different things to save people.
Right. Rivers of fire and rivers of soul soup are not rivers of water. It is entirely different.
All right, Flint. I owe you twice now. And
No, you
I'm
don't.
going-
Don't worry about it.
I'm going to use an action to cast Heal at the 6th level on myself.
You owe me a rope.
I got you. Gonna give myself a schmeedy 70 hit points back real quick. So that I'm not dying to death.
Imagine dying to death.
That
Couldn't
would
be
be kind
me.
of cringe, I think. And with my bonus action, I think what I'll do for now is I'm going to pass a little bit of healing over to Shada at the moment. With a 2nd level healing. Wait, no.
No, can't
I
do
already cast
that.
a spell. Damn it.
But you
Okay.
do have this thing, which I learned a long time ago, does not go away when you're unconscious.
Nice. Alright, then I'll direct that with my bonus action 20 feet closer to this guy, and that's all I can do for now. I end my turn.
Yeah, so no, spiritual weapon does not go away when you go unconscious. It remains suspended in air, motionless until you're awake to command it again.
Awesome.
All right. So this guy's going to step out from his hiding place, fire 2 arrows at Flint.
Hurry it, bitch!
That is a natural 1 and a natural 4. So those will miss. And he's just gonna.
Hey.
Boop. Well, that tells me that these sword wraiths are not the real danger here. So, all right.
You mean the water that we're on that has dealt like a total of like 200 points of damage? No, like 300 points of damage to our group.
Maybe.
That's probably the real damage.
The River Styx is the real big bad evil guy. Like, fuck Vascar, guys. It's the River Styx.
Yo, can we lure the dragons here and just like give them swirlies for a minute?
But it is your turn.
All except Beskar.
Okay, so I actually don't think any of these things are in the line of sight for me. Oh, no, I can see that one. It's in my line of sight, so I'm gonna get between myself, or get myself between Shada and this dude, and just puff up my chest a little bit, make myself a little bit big, and ready my action to attack anything that comes up on the ship.
All right.
Kind of doing like the Titanic pose.
Oh, if it's your turn.
Yeah.
So I love being creative and trying new things.
Something tells me you're not.
I
would like to introduce you to this drug called heroin.
for Eldritch Blast, I got 17, 11, and 14.
All those will miss.
Okay, well, give me a quick moment. Okay, give me one moment, because what I'm gonna do is change your entire world. Okay, I'm gonna roll 1d4. Okay, bada bing, bada boom. Add that 3 onto the 17, that first Eldritch Blast thought, using my talisman.
You just call him a thought?
What do you think? Thoughts?
So,
Just call all thoughts?
all right. So that was very ranty, and I was answering a question. What are you doing with your talisman? You're adding a D4.
Yeah.
Onto
To the 17.
Okay. All right. It will hit.
Excellent. I'm just gonna push it back 10 feet, and
The demon.
in the river. And it's 10 points of damage.
All right. 10 points of force damage. He's wounded, but he still has hit points. So. All right. Anything else for your turn, Elf?
No. I'm just gonna sit in the kettle.
Okay. Yeah, it's now its turn. Hey, Sam, I need a strength saving throw, please.
Oof. Okay. Tides of Chaos to give myself advantage.
Okay. Sorcerer things. 15
Yes, right.
will fail.
Okay, as a reaction, I will add a d4 by spending 2 sorcery points.
All right.
Sorcerer thing.
DC 17.
Let's hope.
Let's hope it's not a natural 1.
2.
That will just save.
Yes.
All right, yeah, it's a 75% chance of succeeding, but you're gonna take half the acid damage.
Hey, you didn't get sucked off by the acid. Good job.
That's 18 points of acid damage as you, like, this energy, this arcane energy just crackles around you, kind of holding you back as it tries to pull you into the river to do things that Ty mentioned. Anyway, that is, it's gonna try to keep up with the boat. It's gonna go there. This ghost is gonna run its 30 feet. It's gonna fire 2 arrows at Sam. Sam, that is gonna be an 18 to hit and a 14 to hit.
Shield, and only 1 will hit. Oh wait, no, I can't because I spent my reaction already. They
You
both
did.
hit.
All right. So, I'm just doing dice things real fast. Imagine having dice in D&D. Oh my gosh. All right.
Nerd.
So that is going to be 10 plus 5, 15, 16, 22 points of damage.
22 points of damage.
7 of that is
Ouch.
necrotic. I don't think that makes a difference, though.
Not for me, it doesn't.
All right, it is now Zark's turn. Sam's on deck.
Okay, Zark is gonna assess whether how hurt this guy looks.
He's injured. He has visible wounds. His essence is kind of evaporating as it comes out. Otherwise, still standing.
Evaporating essence. Okay, he's gonna stand about here, and he's gonna sort of pull back an arrow, and then he's gonna think sadly about how he's only got 6 left, and then he's gonna let it go, and then he's gonna take the dodge action instead, and that's his turn.
He's gonna take a dodge action instead of okay.
Dodge action. That's it. Okay.
We're
moving.
Okay.
All right, Sam.
Yeah, it is time for another Scorching Ray barrage.
Okay.
This time at 5th level for 6 attacks.
Amazing.
5 of those will hit.
19,
Perfect.
19, 23, and 24.
3, 4,
27,
sorry,
38.
3, 4, okay. 18, 26, 30. Yeah, it's 38 points of fire damage. Unless, did I say it was transmuted? I don't think I did.
You did not, so it's fire damage.
I did not, so it's
He
fire
is
damage.
hurt.
Okay, bonus action, firebolt.
Okay.
.26, which I assume will hit.
Will hit.
25 points of fire damage.
Sam, how do you want to do this?
Woo!
Woo.
I want that fire to go straight down his acid-spilling gullet and have him just explode.
Right. So as it begins to open up its mouth, showing its teeth, ready to try to pull, you notice it's trying to pull Jack into the water next. You just launch this fireball. Your eyes kind of start to crackle with this energy as it just goes straight into its mouth, expands with a sudden heat of the air, expands, and its head just is blown off. And then the entire creature just disintegrates into the river. And this is going to fuck off. And that will end the combat.
Yeah!
Wow.
Go, Sam!
Hey.
Fuck off, Ghost.
For real.
Okay. We did it.
Shadow's gonna throw up over the side of the boat.
Yeah.
That's a valid response.
I feel like we still need to finish our rest. Can we do that?
Oh,
You technically start the
Yeah.
rest over.
Yeah, we can start the rest over.
Yeah.
Shit, what were we talking about? Something about, I don't remember, man.
It was about religion, which can get me fired up. To be fair, I think it fires most people up. One way or the other.
You guys go to sleep anyway.
Yeah, what are you still doing up? Go to sleep. You need it.
Yeah,
That's
I'm gonna
fair.
just relax here for a second. It's gonna take a second for me to get tired again.
I still got energy, but I will rest. I'll be on call.
Thank you.
Sleep
work.
tight.
All of you.
Wow.
I'm gonna give everybody a little cream-filled cookie before I go to sleep.
Oh, you're really running thin on supplies, aren't you?
Where did you get that?
I've had them for a while. I'm surprised they're not.
Oh,
They're
they're
not bad
definitely
yet.
stale, and like the cream's a little crunchy, but otherwise they're fine.
I was thinking they're like Oreo type, where they're already super crunchy.
Yeah, so like the cookie the cookie like sandwich part, the Oreo the cookie part of the Oreo is like kind of soft and stale, but the outside ring of the cream filling has kind of like crystallized and set, so it has like that crunchy outer shell to it. None of you have obviously ever ate really old Oreos and it's just
No, I haven't.
This is
I
giving me
have
flashbacks to an attempt at making cookies that someone once offered me.
I have standards and also no impulse control. So
I appreciate
Anyway.
it. What matters
Anyway.
is that it's food.
It's just a snack. I'm going to bed now, though, because
Sweet still.
Definitely going to bed.
I'm really hurt, so I'm going to sleep.
Yeah,
This
tell me
cookie
about
will
it.
serenade me to sleep.
sleep lightly.
I don't know if you guys know this, but Flint never is hurt.
Oh, I better
he,
take that.
he never
bolt
he
out of
never
my
says
chest.
he never says he's hurt anyway.
I did
Hey,
notice that.
Chisescu, help me get this bolt out of my chest, and we can give it to Zark so he has something to fire.
That sounds cool.
Oh yeah,
And,
when the ghost died, it also discredited, like the air itself disintegrated with it.
Oh,
No.
that's inconvenient.
Yeah,
Kind of cool, but inconvenient.
there we go.
And Sam will actually just settle back, and he'll fall asleep.
Yeah, no sleep.
Is anybody still awake?
Yeah.
What did
Jack and Shada.
Shada, yeah.
Okay,
It's our watch.
perception
know if
check,
I'll go to
please.
Sleep
That's
after
all
that.
you. That's
Yeah,
all
I'll
you,
take
Zark.
that.
Not Zark. Jack, my bad.
That's alright. That's 15.
15. Okay. I'll let you know if you notice anything.
Oh, thanks. All right. What's it look like at the moment?
So the mist has begun to roll in again. The mist of Niflheim, kind of shrouding the shorelines and the area up ahead. Dolgren seems to have a rough idea, a pretty solid idea of where the ship needs to head, as he kind of effortlessly navigates rocks that you don't notice coming up until they're right there along the side, but he avoids them quite easily.
Oh, man, that was horrible.
Yeah. Par for the course
Taking
of
a-
this group.
Yeah, I've taken a lot of hits, but that hurts so much.
Yeah, you went into the water. You survived.
It wasn't.
You know what that means?
What does it mean?
You're tougher than an old tree.
Yeah, I'd hope so.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm actually, I'm kind of afraid to go back to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Think about it.
Hope, whatever, Zescu's cooking up can help me and Zark. You guys seem to be taking this place a little bit better than us. At least in some sense.
We've been moment to moment for so long. It's strange feeling a moment of rest right now. Makes me wonder what we're gonna do when we get back to the world. If we get back.
Yeah.
So you were saying that you want to help me with the this weapon. I mean, I don't even know where to start, but presumably we're heading for some kind of city. I have to wonder if they'll have something, a forge or something.
Perhaps, and I mean, if we get Ember, he could even probably help you better than I can.
Oh, I don't know. He can do magic and stuff. I don't know how much more he can do than that.
I mean, he does
I suppose
magic, and he's a smith as well. So
He was a smith.
God damn it, Batman. Sorry, that was my cat.
What'd you call me? No. We're doing a hell of a lot for him.
Yeah,
And I suppose it's for everything else too.
yeah, he was doing a lot for me, or he tried to. That's what led him to this place, anyway.
Is that what you think that was?
That's what I think it was.
Yeah, I do too. Strikes me as someone who take calculated risks, or maybe not so calculated, but for the sake of his friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'd hate to think I left my eye behind for nothing.
Yeah. Still gotta. Yeah. Shadow's just gonna look at the eye that Kelwin left behind for him to keep working on. Doesn't really know how to proceed with it. Yeah. Hey, you look cool with an eye patch, though.
Thanks.
If that makes it any better.
That makes it a little better. Gosh, I'd offer to spar, but I don't know. You look like you couldn't take much.
Yeah, not right now.
You sure? Welcome to prove me wrong.
I don't know if we have much space to do it.
Oh, that's fair. I wouldn't want to rock the boat. Alright, next time.
Definitely take it up next time.
Ferryman, question for you.
He looks at you.
How many days travel? Until Gehenna. You said several, but how many?
We are about halfway there.
Halfway already?
One more day of travel if the current keeps up. There's particularly more souls flowing down the river.
How do you keep track of the days here? I don't see it dawn or dusk or anything.
It is a feeling.
Well, I suppose at that, Jack's gonna be quiet, contemplative.
With that, it's time to wake up the last watch. Which I believe was Huzescu and Zark.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't believe you guys let that prime opportunity pass when the dude was like, "There's more souls flowing down the river." Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, I just didn't bother to ask. I
They
probably should.
had a near-death experience. Leave him alone.
We're supposed to. Wait a second. Zark's gonna wake up and check his quiver, find 6 arrows, select again, and sigh. And I'm just gonna just set up and get ready to keep a lookout.
We need to get this man a quiver of endless arrows.
Love how this is
So
a
sad.
the session where Zark copes at his lack of arrows.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah, let's address this.
Low on supplies, Zark.
Poor child.
Yeah, so Zark's gonna keep a lookout with his eyes.
Okay.
Nice.
Imagine playing an unoptimized class.
Yeah, he's putting on his like mask thing that gives him advantage in perception checks.
Eyes of the Eagle, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, he's just taking a look around. Yeah, you right there, buddy?
A little bit mummified after what just happened, but I'll live.
Mama, what?
Mummified. I'm a little bit more mummy-like. Characteristics of a mummy.
I don't know. My mummy never looked like you.
I adore Jack's version of Zark. I love him so much.
Hang on a second. Zark, do you use a crossbow?
Sometimes.
Well,
I prefer it, actually.
if worst comes to worst, you can have my bolts right here. I'm gonna hand him all 20 of my crossbow bolts.
He's gonna take your bolts, and he's gonna cradle them, and then he's gonna check them for size and weight. Yeah, girth. Check the tips. 20 bolts, you say? Amazing. So he's gonna just thank you, and he's gonna like clap you on the shoulder a little too hard.
Easy, that's my dead elbow.
Oh shit!
As he grabs his shoulder.
It's my whole arm. It carries through the whole arm up to the elbow. It goes up.
I mean, I don't know. What do you do? How do you do that? You touch people, you make them better. He's gonna like grab you by the shoulder and like think healthy thoughts.
I'm pretty sure Zark does have healing spells.
I'm pretty sure he can do things like this.
Zark is gonna use a second level spell slot to cast Cure Wounds.
Why are we now just learning about the Zark?
He's tried before.
He's done it before.
He's just not very good at it.
Go, buddy.
I mean, let's be honest, guys. Clearly, evidence, history has shown that Zark is pretty good in terms of killing things rather than healing people.
Added a few notches to my belt actually on that score, and he's like showing like a little scar on his legs. I'm gonna RP that he's been scratching into his belt. Zark, you're welcome to add that to your list.
There you go.
He like adds one more for the Styx monster.
Well, how'd it feel triple tapping that Kraken to death?
Moist. Didn't.
All right.
Kind of a shot in the dark, if you ask me. Shot in the dark from Zark.
Well, yeah, that's a good way to put it, I think.
I mean, was that me? I mean, well, it could have been you for all I know. I heard something and the heartbeat stopped.
Yeah, I think that was a attack straight to the heart. Sounds pretty fatal to me, for what I know about medicine. All right. For the entirety of this long rest, I'm gonna think non-mummy thoughts as I try to recover.
Yeah, so you all can go ahead and accomplish a long rest. I need a wisdom saving throw from everyone as you complete your third long rest within the realm of Hades.
Zark gets a 6.
That will be the third level of exhaustion on Zark.
It's a wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
Jack gets a 16.
Oh, I got a nat 20.
Oh my god.
The DC is 10. Anything less than a 10 will add 1 level of exhaustion to your character.
Poor Zark. He's at 3 levels of exhaustion now.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh shit! Like at what? I had 2 levels. 2 levels of exhaustion would have given me disadvantage on that, I think. But regardless, I got a 14.
Oh, I was muted. Sorry, I got a 17.
Oh, no, never mind. That's 3 levels, so my speed was half. Never mind. Cool. Yeah, I got 20. That's 20.
Good God.
All right. So did anybody other than Zark get below a 10?
I don't think so.
All right.
Nope, just Zark. Unlucky.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you guys would like to do during the next 24 hours of travel?
After waking up,
Correct.
definitely. Do I notice Zark like taking this level of exhaustion? I'd assume it'd be pretty dramatic.
Oh, he's got heavy bags under his eyes. He's looking kind of woozy. He's reacting to auditory hallucinations. Just, mom, mommy, like, oh.
Disadvantage on saving throws for Zark. That would be horrible.
Mm.
Zark, buddy, you're looking a little bit worse for wear.
What did I say?
Yeah, I ain't been sleeping so well.
All right, gonna have to do something for that. Now I have about 3,000 gold pieces worth of diamonds on my person.
That's nice for you.
That was to Mr. DM Salkos.
Yeah, that is a thing that you have.
All right, I'm going to take. I'm just gonna go ahead and take 100 gold pieces worth of that, and I'm gonna crush them into diamond dust.
Do you have a jeweler's kit?
No, I figured I could just crush them.
You're
Okay.
just gonna
Try
crush some
crushing a
diamonds.
diamond.
With
I
the hardest,
The hardest material.
with a hardness scale of 10, with your bare hands.
Yes.
For the hell of it, make a strength check.
This is like the let's make sand out of the wall.
What have I gotten myself into? That is a one.
That's
It's
a
a
lot.
dirty one.
Yeah,
That's a dirty
you don't know what
Oh,
you're
yeah.
thinking. Maybe it's the mist getting to you, but you have no way to crush these diamonds.
God damn it.
I'm going to ask him for one of the diamonds because I feel like Shada as a smith would know that diamonds are hard to scratch but not very hard to crush.
He was just there punching them.
And you can use a smith's hammer to try to help him crush it.
Yeah, I will say with Shada's help, you managed to crush some diamonds.
Yay.
As we're eating breakfast, yeah, Jack is when I want to ask a follow-up question to the ferryman.
Okay.
I was exhausted, yeah, before, but you said there are more souls in the river. Does that mean I suppose that means there are a lot more people dying. Is that now happening?
I do not know what happens on the surface of the world. Typically, more souls equals more deaths.
I hope things are okay on the material plane.
Doesn't sound like it is.
It is like how the curtain picks up after a rain.
And that's just the unclaimed souls.
Guys, I know we're already like we've already started, but was this detour worth it in the beginning?
I'd say so.
I mean, we weren't exactly expecting to get caught down here.
No, we were sent here. We got thrown here, essentially. As far as, I mean, you're wondering, is it worth? Should we be going back now?
Well, I think if we go back now, we're gonna be no better off than we were before, and at this point we've already wasted time, and I don't know how we would get back now. Phew, what plane can you take us to?
Well, I can only use things that are extremely enriched within a certain plane. So my current two options that I'm aware of, I can use my magical, tsunami here to take us to the plane of water, or alternatively, I can use you, Flint, as a catalyst to take us to the astral plane.
Specifically,
You
it would
could use me?
it would be the fang that Flint has from the World Devour.
Oh, right. That. But, and those are both two options, but that's only a step closer to the material plane than where we're going. If we went the, full ride to go rescue Flint, he could just take us all the way out of here straight to the material plane. Right back
What do
to...
you mean, rescue Flint? I'm here.
My bad. I meant Ember. I don't know why I get those wires crossed sometimes, but...
We know that time moves differently between the planes. In the Feywild, we were there for a few weeks, but it was over a year in the material plane. But conversely, in the Shadowfell, it felt like a long time we were there, and barely any time at all had passed in the material plane. Which makes me wonder: are we talking a matter of hours? We've been here maybe a few days. Has it only been a few hours in the material plane, or longer?
Maybe a few months.
Could be. I'll look to the boatman to see if he's listening or if he has any wisdom onto that effect.
This plane is located at the true negative side of the Wheel of Cosmology, and its time flow is linear to that of your world.
So same amount of time here, same amount of time there. Thanks.
Better than time moving faster.
True.
That's
yeah.
right.
So, it's been 2 days then, since the dragons have broken free their other... 3 days, since they've broken free the other dragon general.
Yeah.
I don't know how the time works in the plane of water, though, so I don't know if that adds or subtracts time.
Right, but we got almost immediately ejected from the plane of water, so...
Tell you what, though. To further their plans, they need the weapons in our possession, don't they? The dagger, the trident.
I don't know, because the last thing they gotta do is go to the Shadowfell and release the big, scary dragon.
I remember at one point it being said, though, that they need all of the generals. Like, how many do we know they have, and how many do we think they need to go get?
We killed the white one, didn't we?
We did.
There's 5. We killed one, so they now have
Killed the red
4.
one. Maybe, and that's been the case for a while. Either they get back the dead ones through some magical means, or they don't need the generals after all. All of them, at least. Maybe only a few.
And kill the red one.
You trapped him. Is that right?
He went to the astral plane. Same with me, but I came back.
He could come back too. That might be their next step.
You came back. Maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe that's what they're working on.
Coming back or the astral?
Tapping into the astral plane to bring back the red one. That
Red
you
General.
Right. Well, you did say he could take us to the astral.
Use me!
I'd want to know more before we commit to that. We need to know.
Right. But
All right, we have
I
to
don't know how we
find
know.
we have to find the wizard first too.
Yeah, that's our immediate goal. Get him back.
Also, I like to say, using 100 gold pieces worth of this diamond dust and a 5th level spell slot, I'm gonna go ahead and cast a Schmiedy level 5 Greater Restoration spell on Zark to relieve him of one of his levels of exhaustion.
So the spell automatically fails, and your components are not consumed.
Oh.
All right.
What the?
It's spooky, scary exhaustion.
Oh.
It's a greater restoration to get rid of exhaustion? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
This
The
is advanced
exhaustion,
exhaustion.
the exhaustion specifically for Hades without requiring any check as player knowledge cannot be removed while in the realm of Hades.
That's.
Oof.
I think you might have
we don't get
mentioned
into any
that
more fights.
last week or the week before.
Yeah. Okay.
I just remember being mentioned that it doesn't get
Remembered.
leave with a long rest.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Can I
It's not normal.
can I do something real quick? Zark, do you have any extra bottles? Vials?
I don't know. Maybe.
You could probably get rid of some of that acid.
Right? That's a good idea. I can
You're not touching my acid. Wait, and then he's gonna hold up a glass bottle that he's got, which apparently he does. Can hold 1.5 pints of liquid. There's nothing in it.
pints. Can I have this bottle?
He's gonna hold it out and he's gonna snatch it back for a second. What are you gonna do with it?
I'm gonna get a important component.
Elif.
The last time she did this, she melted half her face and her hand off.
Give me Zark.
Are you gonna?
Give it
He'll give it to you.
And then I'm gonna go to the side of the boat. And like
Use the tongs again.
I'm gonna do some kind of a maneuver with this water bottle where you like stick so like let's say this is the dip it.
So
You
the
know
way
what,
that that flow would have to work is at some point the lower half of the bottle would have to be lower than the
Oh
spout.
my gosh.
So
I'll use the tongs
there you go.
to achieve that.
All right, so you do get this brackish looking liquid into a vial.
Is anybody else concerned about what she's about to do? She's gathered stuff from different planes and like she bottled fire earlier and now a river of souls. Is anybody else worried?
This one's not part of the recipe. This is a personal project. Because think about it. What if we take this vial? I wonder how much damage this vial could do if you poured it on someone.
That's a good question.
Probably a lot. Can we weaponize this river?
I think we can.
Zark, how many bottles do you have?
I mean, that was my one good glass bottle, but I've got 20 vials of acid. He's gonna open
I
up
got
his
a couple
coat.
leftover bottles from healing potions that are empty.
I have another vial from a healing potion that's empty.
I've got 10 vials of acid as well that I don't mind emptying for some of this Styx water.
So how many?
Do we want to try and weaponize this river?
Yeah.
Hey, it hurt you a
Why-
lot.
why
You
won't
stuck your pinky in it.
Weaponizing the souls of deceased people.
Oh, that's what I'm best at.
For the greater good.
So like they're doing anything other
Yeah,
than just
y'all have to
floating.
listen to Lenore Valine.
At this point, we can't do anything to help them. They're there. They might as well help us.
Everything we've done for them, they've never done anything for us.
You know, we are taking them away from the river, and the river is the source of their torment. So really, we're doing them a favor.
There you
Should have found
Yeah.
Mistra while they could.
Exactly.
So I'm thinking I heard 10 from Hugh, a
Yeah.
bottle from Sam. So I'm gonna put it at 15.
I got a couple of like bottles from healing potions as well.
So we've
Zark's
got
gonna
13.
Zark's gonna shoot you another 5. He's got 5 vials of acid that he can just pour the acid out. And give you another 5.
18
Let's-
bottles of Souls of the Damned.
Vials of Styx.
Yeah. Also, there's this bubbling acid that's just now like flowing into the sticks. I don't know how that affects things.
We're polluting the river, you guys. This is horrible.
I'm sure it will be fine.
So after you all fill up these vials of this brackish liquid, unknowing of what will come of it, your vision begins to shift and you find yourself in a red-skied volcanic landscape known as Gehenna.
boy.
And what happens next? This is a story
Find
for
out
another
next
time.
week on DBZ.
Let's go.
on
On
PGC.
So, on PGC. So everyone,
That's
thank you
the
so much for
acronym.
tuning to our session tonight here at Prestige Encounters. Quite an exciting session as we are one session closer to episode 100, which is always a really exciting time. Don't
Due for
forget,
episode 100.
and in about 2 weeks, that will be our 2nd year anniversary running this campaign. So that's also super exciting. So the 100th episode will be close to the 1 year anniversary, if I'm doing that correctly.
2 years.
Well, that's what we're doing it. So, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. It's been an absolute amazing session, and I really enjoyed this one tonight. And I want to thank all of our role players, starting off with El Fasago, our Tiefling Warlock.
I had so much fun tonight. I thought that, I mean, I'm not trying to flex or anything like that, you know what I mean? But I thought my rolls tonight were pretty good.
Pretty
That's
good.
worth flexing.
I popped my thinking. It was pretty top tier. My jokes, fantastic. So I had a great night.
Chef's kiss.
We'll wait till the reviews come in the papers tomorrow.
Speaking of chefs, we'll go ahead and hand it over to our chef, barbarian, flying superhero himself, Mr. Flint.
Yo, so did you see how Eleth got in the cauldron kettle after the second time I told her to do that? Good job. but for real, like, smart moves. Smart moves and good rolls. Good shit, Eleth. Here's a public service announcement. Lift with your legs, not with your back. And from there, I'm going to kick it over to Shada Copperstone, our Tabaxi fighter, and Paladin.
Yeah, it was an amazing session tonight. You know, I got into a combat where our melee fighters were in the middle of a river with a bunch of ranged attackers, and I used Shield of Faith in the dodge action like twice in a row, and didn't get one attack towards me in the process. So that was I guess in the long run it worked, right? I didn't get hit.
Yeah, but then you'd have to go in the river, so.
Yeah, but then I jumped into the river and experienced like extremely horrible pain.
Oh, the worst.
I warned you last week, don't get in the river.
Yeah, I didn't do that on purpose, you know. But regardless, gonna hand it off to the man, the myth, the legend, Midnight Jack, our half-elf rogue warlock.
More than a ruber, less than a legend. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, this was fun. I think I rolled all single digits on practically all of my attack rolls tonight. One was great, but the one that really counted was the wisdom save, I think, against exhaustion. I'll take that. Very pleased that we survived, all of us. Thank you, as always, to Sakos for organizing it. And I'll hand it over to Zark. Just kidding. I'm handing it over to... Sorry, who's after Zark in the rotation? I believe that's it.
Uzescu.
We didn't get any post-session Zark impression today. Unfortunate. Excellent.
That works.
It works.
Top tier. All right. Yeah. Crazy session. Yet another death river that Uzescu's fallen into and almost died in today.
You're welcome.
Thank you again, Flint, for pulling me out of yet another death river in hell. Well, so Uzescu will be adding the river Styx to his list of mortal enemies now, along with that other river.
Your favorite foe?
Rivers of Evil. This is his
Rivers
favorite
of
foe.
Big dreams to drain both of those rivers out one day. No clue how. He's gonna figure it out later. But with that being
He's
said,
a hero.
there you go. Gonna pass it over to our wild magic man, Sam Thornton.
Hello, thank you. Yeah, no, this session was a lot, with a lot of intense moments. and lots of homicidal acid spit. Right. No, it was a great combat. I loved that eventually everybody got their roles. I'm sorry, Husescu, that your role was that of mannequin. But it was a great session. And I will pass that off to Salgos.
Thank you so much, Sam. And once again, everyone, thank you so much for tuning into our session tonight. It's a great experience playing this game every week. Don't forget that we have our Easter one-shot coming up on April 14th. It is a premium one-shot. Be in our Discord for more information. Support us on Patreon, and be ready for the Minecraft store to come up. Otherwise, I have nothing else to say other than what I do each and every session. Thanking all of you for being such great viewers.
Just real quick, what's that promo code for HelloFresh once again?
Yo, HelloFresh, 16 free meals, promo code POGSE 2047. Let's go get some meals.
Yeah, use that, gets like 16 free meals. They say there's no such thing as a free lunch. They're wrong. 16
Honestly,
free lunches.
Try it for the first week and cut your weekly grocery bill in half for that week. It's pretty great. So once again, everyone, try that out. Join our Discord, be part of our community. We would love to play other video games with you. But until then, until our story continues on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at twitch.tv/PrestigeGC. Bye.
Bye.
I love HelloFresh.
Bye now.
The freshest.